be very angry, and I'll reprimand. Tell them to be quiet. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I don't think we should. It's an ambulance.
They can wait.
I don't know.
I guess.
Go, Granny.
That's
Go,
terrible, Jonathan.
Come on, don't they know what's really important? Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D.
Mercy.
Well, there is a hospital near me. But I've been there myself one time, and I have to say, terrible service.
Tell them you're a life cleric. You could help.
Tell them you
They
get
have
plus
a-
5
they have
to
a-
your healing
This
spells.
particular hospital has a 1-star review on Google.
Yeah, the hospital where I live is not very great either. I'd rather go to. There's one about 40 minutes away that I'd usually go to instead.
Yeah, I can walk there by foot, but I was in a lot of pain, and they just said, we can't help you, go away.
Oh,
They didn't even give me painkillers or anything. They just sent me away in the middle of the night when I was in so much pain I could barely stand or walk.
why couldn't they
That's
give you
awful.
painkillers?
Nice. I don't know. They said like specialists for fi- I don't know the exact term in English, but like the people who would like the specialists for whatever you have are not here. They are like over there in that other hospital. Like, we can't help you here. Go over there if you want help. And then I went over there, which was like a bus ride, and then also I had to walk like 1 kilometer in pain. And then those guys helped me, and they were like, no, they could have helped you over there. What the hell? And then they called the other hospital back to the other hospital and like chewed those guys out. That was fun.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
All right.
but that
That's
issue
pretty bad
is,
everywhere.
That issue is solved now. I am all better.
Cool.
Good.
I think I remember.
It was
You're having like back
last-
issues, right?
Yep, last year, like actually 1 year ago almost.
I remember that. That was back when I was in the
Mhm.
other game.
Yeah, I had to have back surgery because there's like discs between the bones of the spine, right?
Oh, Robert,
And
hello. Can you hear us?
I
don't hear you if you're talking. One thing. Well, can you hear us? You type in Discord main chat. No, maybe you can't hear us. Crap. Sorry, Patchwork.
I'll
Didn't mean
be-
to interrupt you. I was just trying.
no, it's fine. No, it's before he when he was lighting up, so I could see when he was talking. I just couldn't hear him before. No, but there's like these discs between the bones of the spine, and they can like slip, right? And that happened to me when I was 18, but it wasn't diagnosed until I was 21, and then they had to do surgery because apparently when the disc slips out, it hardens over time, and like there was a chance it could damage like nerves from I could have gotten nerve damage if I had waited longer, and they had to do surgery on that.
Yeah, back is temperamental. You definitely don't want to mess around with that stuff.
Yeah, especially when you sit at your desk all day and don't do a lot of like when you're not very active.
I walk my dogs, but that's pretty much all I do on the regular.
Yeah, but also there is a higher risk for younger people to have a disc slip, because the older you are, the less elastic they are, or the harder they get. So
Yeah.
there is less chance for them to slip the older you are, and it's an
Wow.
issue that runs in my family, and I was also sitting at my desk a lot, and I was also young, so it happened.
Well, the older you are, there's like a ton of other stuff that can happen. But in any case,
I've had enough stuff happen to me already. I'm done for life.
yeah. Well, that's the hope. All right. So
Yeah.
I think I missed. Well, one of you isn't showing your portrait. But other than that, it looks like
That's
everyone
me.
is in Discord.
My bad.
Let's see.
Welcome, Neil, by the way. I don't think I said hi.
Hello. So I finished work 30 minutes ago, and I've cycled 6 kilometers home. I've had a shower, and I'm currently eating a microwave curry. So I'm going to be muted for the start of it.
Should have
but I'm
biked a
here.
little faster there, Nell. You're late.
I tried. It was into the wind.
All right,
Oh,
all
I'm
right.
kidding, I'm
Calm
kidding.
down, Gringo.
I'm kidding.
Getting all feisty
Kidding.
over
Thank
there.
you for showing up at an earlier time than you'd say.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fine.
So speaking of that, Nil, you do have top priority for scribe if you want it.
Yeah, I can do it. And that's
Get
fine.
those story points. All right. So we have Nil. And if my notes are correct, I believe Grinkle, you were the previous note keeper.
I did not post it. I have it. Sorry.
Could you post it?
Yeah, let me do it right now. Okay.
And unfortunately, since you didn't post it, I can't give you the story point this time. But next time. Alright, and do you... Well, you know what? Go ahead, give us a recap. I'll let it slide. I'll give you a story point.
It's right there. I just didn't copy paste it.
Alright, go ahead.
So we start off finding patchwork. Here we go. The Warforge. Find out that she was deactivated a long time ago, and now and was never reactivated in the room. We introduce ourselves. Patchwork shows us her usefulness by healing us and Kaladin of that disease. On a chatting table, some with the +2 to the weapon. Excuse me. We find some potions, recipes, books, a whole bunch of good stuff. It was a good episode. We continue getting some mayonnaise, some mayo, scribbling, scrolls, recipes. We open the library. We find the imp. We get him to tell us that he used to work for a human. His master was named Malik. Found out he was a celestial general. A whole bunch of stuff. I might not have written all this perfectly, but was taken down by a bunch of devils. He starts working for Calroon. Get some information, a little bit of research from this imp. He lets us know another hollow point is nearby. We return to Fedloy to let him know the lab's safe. There's an imp, and maybe Fedloy could help us in the lab. At downtimes and stay for a week. I think that was it.
That was the plan. You're gonna pass a week. Now, was that you were gonna pass it here? Or attempt to?
I think so.
I think we had a bunch of things we were gonna do, right?
We were gonna finish the ritual. I think Neil was gonna read the book.
L. Yeah.
Well, I need the book read to me.
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, that's me. I'm
Hang
reading
on
it to
just,
know.
one moment. Rob, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
You're
Wonderful.
live.
I managed to go through web version of Discord and it worked.
Ah,
For some reason, like a hardware, like an application Discord, it had terrible ping. I could not hear anything, but web version just works.
weird.
Awesome.
I'm here.
I'll keep that in mind as a troubleshooting option. I know I have used the web version on occasion, mostly when I don't have the regular one installed. Alright, but anyway, it is Currently, the 11th of fall at 3:30 p.m. when we last left off. The group was planning to do some work in these labs. I believe the only other thing... Oh, there was a couple of things that the Iron Tide had mentioned before they were driven off. There was the Wyverns in the Hills, which I don't know if you care about anymore, because, you know, they're not a problem to you. There was the other ruin that they dug up. And I think that was it, right? Looking through my notes to see what else the group had.
As far as like active
yeah,
like,
things in the area that could be of interest to you. Because the main thing obviously was completed, and now you all were kind of exploring around and seeing what else you could find.
Didn't we plan for a little bit of downtime? Just to do enchanting and subscribing?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I just mean in addition to that, if there are other things you want to do. So you want to pass some time at the labs, yes?
I think so.
Yep.
Alright,
fun.
One moment, I'm just
I
gonna
think
put my
we,
dog
I think
out
we
of the room.
need to at least enchant the sword for. No,
Hey Rob, you're coming in super quiet for me. I don't know about anyone else, if that's just me.
Really?
What's quiet?
Yeah, Robert's voice is. I could just turn him up though.
I've cranked him to 200 for this week.
Very good. Wait, let me
Not that
double
you're-
check because I have.
Crank
Can you
him.
hear me now? Is it okay?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Is
Yeah,
it
sorry
better?
about that.
Is it better now, or is it same? Like if I do this la la la,
It sounds good for me since I turned you up.
Can you do another test?
la 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 la.
Yeah, I hear
Sound
it. Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, same. Very good.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, does everyone have projects they want to work on if we're passing time?
Go around the table.
Yes.
I think they're in the sheet, so if everyone just wants to double check the
I
sheet.
think you're
Yeah,
so
checking the
loud.
sheet here.
I mean, you
Downtime?
don't have to, it's just if we're doing downtime, it's, you know, usually effective if everyone's working on something. You could also just, like, say
Absolutely.
you're doing RP or just around if you don't want to. But anyway...
Yeah, I have something I want to do before the day ends.
Okay.
Because you said making ink only takes 1 hour.
Yeah, it's not really a downtime activity, it's just part of the alchemy ability, is you can make magical ink and convert essence to components.
That's why I wanted to make the ink, because today, because then I can start the project I want to do the next day.
Alright.
I wanted to make the ink for the wizard that he needs to write down his spells, but I forgot how much he needs. And also he would need to give me components or essence for that if he still wants the ink.
Well, it would have to be components.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we took care of that last session.
Yeah, but I didn't make the ink yet.
Oh, did you get the ink you needed?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think we just calculated that there is enough ink if we want to make it, but I don't think we actually made it.
Yeah,
I think we know that we have
calculated
enough.
how much we need to make the ink, the amount of ink he needs, but I haven't made it yet.
Did you just add it to your sheet or something, Cal?
Yes, I did. I thought we kind of said we were going to do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I already
Doesn't
took
matter.
the components out of my
Oh,
inventory.
okay.
Well, it doesn't matter if I do it now,
We calculated
right?
that last time, and
Alright, so that's fine. We can say that Patchwork did that. Although if you do that, that will put you at a time where you can't work on a downtime project today, because you need 8 hours, and that would put you over midnight if you do another hour, because you'd go to 4:30.
Yeah, I'm not going to start my project today. I wanted to finish the day with making the ink because I don't have enough time to start the project.
Alright, well, if you already minus the components, that's fine. We can say that you spent the hour making the ink. Any other questions? Okay. So time.
I think for
is-
Rob,
Yeah.
about downtime activities, he doesn't have that much downtime activities. So if he has free time, he will just help in the camp training guys, just like RP stuff.
Okay.
But if it is possible, I would like to just search the library for anything that mentioned this general, and just tell it to him. So I'll just take a couple of books and just read it out loud to my sword. Any information I can find about the general.
About the
That's in front.
about himself, you mean?
Yes. I'll just take a couple of books and just read it to him out loud.
All right. So give me an intelligence or investigation check.
Oh God. I may need help from someone.
Can I help
Like,
him?
are you
Can I help him?
guidance?
So tomorrow you can. If you do it today, you would not have time to do your downtime project.
But maybe if Rob realizes that like this is not his forte,
He's looking
could
at
he
these
just
books
immediately
like,
like immediately ask someone else to read it out loud for him?
Not my
yeah,
specialty
I mean-
either. But
Yeah, so I think that's what I would do.
So
It's not
Rob
really my thing.
heads into the library, kind of looks
I-
around for a second, is like,
Yeah.
nope, and just walks back out. Where?
No, if it has no pictures, I'm really bad at this book.
Yeah, he opens up a book. There's just words everywhere. He starts getting a headache immediately. All right.
Can we
Rob's,
super quick,
yes.
one at a time, see what everyone's doing, just so we have a like. If I go a quick one, what everyone's doing.
If you guys want to.
Yeah, I
Super
would
quick.
also like to do.
Rune, what are you doing quick for these days?
I'm writing down the spell scrolls into my book.
Yeah, so you're totally preoccupied for the 7 days? Just
No,
Fine, like,
that's
is that what
probably
you-
only going to take a few hours, right?
Yeah, it'll
I
only
think
take
I
a few hours, but I'll
calculated
probably
it.
just
There should be.
is there something like you want to give it downtime?
Probably just reading some stuff in the library. Just about the history of my
Yeah.
people, what happened, their downfall, trying to figure out what happened there.
Yeah.
Cool.
You could do some kind of research project if you wanted to, or like maybe help Rob with his research. It is an option, or you could just kind of do general like reading. But yeah, it's up to you. You know.
I'll help Rob with his research.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Okay, just what I'm saying. I'm just helping Nil right now. I'm reading him a book. Okay. But that only takes 3 days, right?
I think so. I think that's what we.
So then we got 4. I got 4 days.
So just a note on downtime, Calroon, because I know like not all DMs use it. You can do stuff with research that can be fairly valuable, like try to figure out recipes for magical items, try to figure out something about a place you're going, like about monsters, like any lore you can dig up could be useful in the future. So if any of that stuff interests you, like if there's a particular magical item you want or a spell you want, you could spend the time trying to uncover lore on whatever it is you're interested in.
Okay.
It would be, I believe it's an intelligence check. It takes 7 days. Usually it would cost money, but because this library is like something you found, you can do it once for free.
Okay.
Yeah. So just an FYI,
Nice.
you can do 1 week of free research to
useful.
gain lore here. So yeah, you can think about that a little, but we'll get back to you. Go ahead. Who else were you asking?
Me. Actually, I just read Warforged only needs 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So I could, if it's like 4:30 p.m., I could start my project today and because I need less sleep. I could start like the next day
Well,
at
I believe
6:30.
that, and I might be wrong about this, but I believe that sleep and rest are not the same thing. Like, to do a long rest, you need to sleep as part of it, but I think you still need to do 8 hours. I think.
It's no, it's called Sentry's Rest. I just put it in chat.
Let's see. When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours. Yeah, so part of the long rest is the 6 hours, but generally you still need to do the 8 hours as part of the rest. It's just that you can be alert for more time. Basically, you can be alert for the whole rest. So, like for things like taking watch, even though you're resting, you could still be alert of what's going on.
Okay.
Because don't humans like
Yeah.
only need 6 hours of sleep too? But like those 2 hours are usually spent for watch, like as a part of the 8.
I think no. Well, I think it might. I'm pretty sure it's 8 hours, which is why you have to take watches. Like you have to. Maybe it is 6 hours. But yeah, there's like a section of the long rest that's the actual rest part, and the other part is like being chill and just hanging out. You know.
Well, anyway, I'm going to start this project today. Anyway, I'll wake up later next day, I guess. My project is researching the history of Warforged and stuff.
All right.
Trying to
cool.
find out more about myself.
Who's handling the weapon?
That's a
That's
good
my
question. Who was doing
That
Good.
was
That's what
me
we're going
after
through,
the
which
book is
stuff.
done.
Okay,
It's in the
understood.
thing. So I'm
do-
spending 3 days getting the book read to me and doing mind exercises, which cost Wrinkle's time and my patience, and then I'm enchanting the weapon.
All right. Well,
Not
all right.
equal in weight, by the way, my time and his patience. But
So okay, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'll just go down the list as the 7 days pass. So Kaladin, what are you doing for these 7 days?
yeah.
I would like to research. I think you told me I need like something like 3 or 4 pieces of lore. But I would like to research a magic item that I want.
Okay.
Like
so
for
you're
a
trying to figure
recipe.
out how to get a
Cool.
recipe. All right.
Yeah, either a recipe or if has a known location. Either way.
So we'll say. So those are 2 different things. Do you want to learn how to make it or try to figure out where one might be?
Ooh, okay. I'm a sailor adventurer, so I want to figure out where one might be.
All right.
Actually,
So you're looking for a possible location for a lost relic of some kind.
yes.
All right.
And I'm assuming you need the rarity, right?
Yeah, but let me. If I'm just going to pass this time, I should probably roll the events check before, and then just, if nothing happens, I'll. Alright, yeah, so it's clear. Alright, so give me, if you're doing research by yourself, it is free just for this one time, because this library isn't restocked or anything, so it can't be used again for this kind of thing. Give me a intelligence check.
Alright, just the stat, no
Yeah,
skill.
no bonuses unless you have some way of getting higher on your intelligence, but I don't think you would.
I got bad intelligence, but I'll just try.
Okay. So research. Did you get an 8? Alright. So you get some clues as to a possible location. One piece of lore you can add as a resource, but you don't know the exact location yet. You think you're going to need to do more research. So
Do I know approximately how much more lore I need?
Yeah, you think you need one more piece.
And do I need to write this in as like specific lore for this item? Or is it just
Yeah, so you would just write like basically like research to discover item, and then like parentheses like one of 2 lore, basically. All right, so what about Kaladin? What's Kaladin doing for these 7 days?
other than that?
Or sorry, Calrune would be next on my list. Did you decide on anything, or? Like anything in particular, I mean, for your research?
I think you're muted, Cameron.
Oh, yeah, if you're talking.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I wanted to research the recipe to create a magical item.
All right, which item?
But I want to see if I can't figure out a way to make the deck of many things, or
Oh,
deck of wonder.
jeez. The legendary item?
Just to see if there's anything in there for it. But yeah. Or the deck of, not the deck of many things, the deck of wonder.
Oh,
It's like
deck
a
of
smaller
wonders.
version.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say the deck of many things is gonna be pretty hard to create. Deck of wonders. Or yeah, what is this? Oh, okay, yeah, this is much more doable. Sure. So, yeah. Oh, what was the item that you were making, Kaladin? Sorry, I forgot to even ask.
Eldritch Claw Tattoo. It's an uncommon item.
Uncommon. Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. The Eldritch Claw. So go ahead, Calrune. Give me a check, intelligence, please. 13. Alright, so you are able to uncover 2 pieces of lore, gaining you the recipe for the Deck of Wonder. So you now know how to create it. You would just have to gather the components and then have the downtime to make it. But you can add it to the group's recipes. Alright, Grinkle.
Okay, so for 3 days, I get a nice, like, I can kind of make things, right? Like with my paint, right? So I make like a nice chair, fireplace, sit down, put Nil in my lap. 3 days, read him, make him wiser, a wiser man. I read him
Alright,
the wisdom.
Him, stories after he
I
crushes
read him the
you
wisdom.
with his huge armor and body. You read him the book, so that would be 3 of the days. That would complete it, and yeah, you would gain your benefit, Nil. What are you doing for the other 4 days?
Alright, so I was kind of thinking, I'm not sure. I always like getting little, like, tool proficiencies, and I have paint, and I don't have anything for math, and I'd kind of like to do that. I don't know if there's any way, because I'm just a guy with paint, I could maybe, what is it, cartographer or something? Tools or something, proficiency? Does that make
If you
sense?
could learn a proficiency?
Yeah, I like doing that.
So you would have to have a teacher for that. Unfortunately, unless
Yeah, well, we're in a library with lots of books. I was wondering if in here I could maybe...
Oh, like self-teach?
Yeah, Grinko
You could start a project if you don't have one. Sure. So you couldn't do the full week, but you could start putting time towards it. If you want to put 4 days towards a project to... It'd be a research project, so you'd have to use intelligence. But that wouldn't finish out the week, so there wouldn't be a roll. But you could just record your time investment, so it makes it shorter.
Yep.
Alright, so that's your 7 days. Patchwork, what about you?
I would like to research, do research about Warforged and their history.
Alright. Is this just kind of general research project? Or is there something specific you're looking for?
So just, she doesn't know what exactly to look for herself, so she's just looking for any kind of information.
Alright, so this is sort of for your backstory. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
If I do guidance, does that apply to an intelligence check?
No, it would have to be a benefit that you'd have for the whole time without constantly spellcasting. Which there's very little things that would
Alright,
give you a benefit for that long. So
Enhanced ability only lasts for 1 hour. That doesn't help either, right?
yeah, it would only
Okay, nah, never mind then.
because of how powerful.
Well.
Wow. All right. So let's see. Do you get anything with a 1? Tempted to say you don't.
Yeah, that would be fair.
So yeah, unfortunately, this library doesn't seem to have anything about the particular dwarven information you're seeking, which is kind of surprising to you. You may have missed something, but yeah, unfortunately, it'll take more time to know for sure. Anything
Well,
else?
It isn't clear whether she's dwarven actually, so that wouldn't help her.
Yeah.
Like the rune and her ability to speak dwarven comes from her friends, but like not from her past.
Yeah. So I'll say you can try again on this specific library, since your first week didn't give you any info. Because yeah, this library wouldn't be of much use to the rest of them, but you can try this again if you want. Was there anything else you were doing during the week? All right. Nil. Or yeah.
Probably just sitting and thinking about what to do next.
Yeah. All right, Nil. What are you gonna do for this 7 days? Are you muted?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was just finishing eating, putting my stuff on.
So I think you already used what, 2 of the days?
3.
Three
3
of the
for
days?
the book.
So you got another 4.
And then I was going to enchant my battle axe, which I think is a further 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were working on that enchantment.
Yep. Do I need to do a roll for that?
For enchanting, not by the rules as written. I'm still kind of working on my enchanting side rules, but no, I think that should be good, and that would instill the bonus. I say it was +2.
I think so, yes.
Check my notes. Yeah, looks like it was +2. So yeah, you would successfully enchant your axe, making it more powerful. So you
Okay.
have 2 more days. Anything else?
No, I'd just like to help. I'm guessing Fedloy is investigating this place, so I'd like to help him and Tabby if they want any help with anything in the last 2 days.
Yeah, some of the druids have been around, but they're mostly doing other things and trying not to get in the group's way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, what about Rob?
Okay, so I'm trying to find anything I can about the book in the library about the sword, about the general, and like about his history. Tell it to him, and maybe find a way to get to know him better, to control him better, using this information. And since I think everyone else is already doing something, I will try to ask Imp to help, because he's quite eager to just. Like, I think he knows the library and he's eager to know stuff, and he doesn't look awfully busy. So it's
Asking
possible
the
I
imp
maybe
for
will
help?
try to try to ask him for help to kind of help me with maybe reading and researching and getting information that I need during those days.
Okay.
And if I want to convince him in anything, I would probably ask Crinkle to help.
Alright, so you're asking Grinkle to talk to Acrid with you to try to get him.
Convince him to help me with my research.
Okay.
Man.
So go ahead.
Hey.
Can't Kalru just command him?
Yeah.
I think he kind of just listens to Kalru.
That will be a plan B.
Alright.
If it doesn't work the good way.
Well, yeah, go ahead. If you two are going to the imp and asking him, give me persuasion checks, the 2 of you.
Man. You want to help us out? Help.
Oh. Okay. So the imp would be resistant. He says, if my master allows it, I shall aid you.
Fine.
Alrune,
Yeah.
can we use a little bit of help from your friend here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, so having assistance in research gives you a +1 for each assistant to your roll. So I'll count the imp as one of your assistants, giving you a +1 to the research check.
But wouldn't it be like can I use his research stats instead of mine? Because he's kind of I think he knows the library much better than I do. So I'm more of an assistant to him than the other way around.
We
Exactly.
can, well, I mean, I guess he's, yeah, I guess if he's smarter than you. Let me see.
He also knows the library. He has read like most.
Way smarter.
Exactly.
Okay, so the imp is gonna lead this project. Where's his sheet? There it is. Okay, so if you're assisting him, that would give him a +1. Imps are not as smart as you'd think. I'll give him an extra +1 bonus because he knows the place, because he's been here a while. Let me see, how does he do? Okay, so he would get a 12.
Jeez.
So what does he figure out? Alright, so he does get some lore. I'll say he finds 2 pieces of lore on the general. Looks like some of the books in here have information of his visits to Gaian and the prime material plane. Several times in history, both of them to quell demonic uprisings during different cycles. Was there something specific you were looking for, or just kind of general information on him?
I would I would take this information and just slowly relay it to the sword, because I know that the sword wanted to know more about himself and to remember more, and I will be just basically conveying information that I learned from him to the sword.
What was the sword's name?
Trying to help. Generals Baron or what?
Olgan. It's in the party members. Vorgan.
Vorgan.
Yes.
There it is.
Vorgan.
Okay, I was looking right at it. Vorgan. All right. So...
Because he seemed very interested and wanted to know more about his past life, and also I'm interested in getting to know him better and learning to control him.
All right. So I'll say he is grateful for you doing this. Bringing your faction up to 4 with him. And did we say he's no longer attacking your allies? We already said that, right?
No.
Or did we not?
We did know.
Alright, so I'll say at this point, he is no longer as aggressive with you and your allies, so they don't have to worry about attacks of opportunity anymore.
Okay, good. Everyone is welcome.
For real? That's awesome.
Oh my god, are you serious? It was a great day.
Okay, then I'm done.
That is awesome.
Just do some notes for myself. Okay. Alright, so the 7 days pass fairly quickly and quietly. The Druid Grove does their thing, mostly staying out of your way. The group just kind of goes about their business, doing their projects. I would need you to minus 7 days of rations for each of you, unless you have someone who can feed you.
Okay.
I don't need to eat.
Alright, well, those of you who need to eat, it'll be 7 days worth of rations.
I do have enough rations, but was there a chance that the druids could have fed us? Since we're friends with them now?
I have good berry just in case. And
Yeah,
so
I think
I
this
have-
can last all of us. Yeah.
By the way, can I do a long rest then if we have stayed here for a few days?
Yeah, it's been 7 days. The druids wouldn't
Okay.
feed you, like, just... I mean, you could go ask them if they want to feed you for 7 days, but they wouldn't just offer.
Well, we have good berries, so I feel like that.
Alright, so
definitely
you're just using Goodberry? That's
handles
fine. Yeah, Goodberry is a way to do it. Also, if anyone has survival, they could hunt, because this is an area where you can hunt and gather. But, yeah, Goodberry.
I have survival.
Because
Good
generally...
berries.
Yeah, generally, if you have survival training, you can gather, I think it's 4 plus your wisdom modifier amount of food per day, like to feed that many people. As long as you're in an area where you can gather.
I have enough then to gather food for us.
Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't even need the Goodberry then, which is good because then you will have it in case you're ever ambushed. So yeah, just remind me of that Patchwork
Yeah.
will be gathering food for the party. Because I think she has what?
Yeah,
plus
I'll
4?
just. No, I have +3, but
Yeah, so it'd be
my
7
wisdom is
people.
+3.
Alright, so we'll say Patchwork is gathering. Does anyone have cooking tools? Or are you just kind of eating
I
normal?
think I have a mess kit. I don't know.
I think that's more for grooming.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
specific...
I don't know what that is.
I forget what it's called. There's some kind of tools used for food preparation.
Like cooks utensils or something.
It might be that, but you can use that to make your food more valuable.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can paint
Yeah.
them into existence.
Yeah, by the way, that's good thing. I wonder what is Warforged's idea of a good tasty meal.
Yeah, we should watch out.
Some oil.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't have a sense of taste and I don't have a mouth.
Yeah, so you probably don't want her
Yeah,
cooking.
so
I don't know what I like.
She's read books on it. Alright, so it is the
It's
18th.
delicious.
Yeah, it's the 18th of fall at 8 a.m. when everything is said and done. You've had your week of downtime, accomplished a few things. What do you want to do?
I think
I'm going
I
to
think
cast
one of
Aid
our
again, as usual. But yeah.
one of our NPCs should have leveled up.
Oh yeah, your camp.
And
Nice.
I want to say that Patchwork, when she failed to research, she tried to familiarize herself with this new world by going hunting and gathering. So, yeah.
Alright. What was the next project after Carter was trained? Did you want the camp to work on anything?
What do you think, guys?
Carter again. I'm actually thinking.
Want to keep training him? Alright.
Attacking him?
What
Oh,
level
like
did
he
we get
did
him
now.
to?
To level 5.
Carter is level 5. So let
Well,
me
maybe we
level
want him
up
to
really
be on
quick.
our level 6.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's happy
for
to keep
more
training.
good points.
Let's see.
Because it takes basically like 7 days to level up anyone. So we better level up someone from 5 to 6 than level up Tavi like from 2 to 3.
I will say, it may have been, it's easy for me to forget about Carter when he's not like with the party, but during the downtime, I would have got some supplies from the druids, and I think used my brewer supplies to make some ale for me and Carter. I definitely would have spent some time with him hanging out.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, level 5 is a proficiency increase, isn't it?
Yes.
You go from 2 to 3. Alright.
Wasn't it second attack for him then?
It also is a second attack, yes, so he does get multi-attack.
He's now much
Thank
better.
you, Nil.
Yes.
Okay.
Also with Carter, I think it wasn't like we didn't start training him at the beginning of this downtime. He already had a couple of days in the bank.
Yeah. I have it recorded in the camp turn.
So he must be a couple of days into his 6th level now.
Yes, the next level up or the next camp turn is going to be on the 23rd.
Okay.
So let me just do some level up stuff
Oh.
here.
I have 8 always prepared from being a life cleric. I could cover the rest of the party if you would like.
Yeah, I think that's good for everyone. Very solid.
Alright.
Solid pick.
Then
You
Nils,
upcast-
yours is a 3rd level spell, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Mine
that's
is a
plus-
2nd.
Yeah, but then someone gets +5.
Yeah,
Nil is
I
upcasting his, but then like you could have +5 to someone else.
I have 3rd level spell slots. I just don't have 3rd level spells yet. I haven't added them.
Oh, but you can upcast. You can upcast 8 with this, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I just noticed that I have 3rd level spell slots.
Yeah. I think usually you should upcast 8. It's beneficial.
How do I know what level? Can I have 3rd level spells? That's like
Yeah,
that's
because
dependent on the class, right?
You are 3rd level druid, 3rd level cleric. It means you're 6th level caster, so you should have a 3rd level spell slot.
Should have 2.
Yeah, but do I have access to the spells?
No, but you don't have because you have
You
access
just
to 8.
upcast
which you can
upcast a
upcast.
2nd level spell, yeah.
Yeah, my question is when do I get 3rd level spells? What's the condition on that?
Oh, 5th
forgot.
level in a caster. 5th
You
level.
will
Okay,
get it when
thank
you're
you.
5th level
That's-
cleric.
That was my question, yeah. Yeah, then I
Sure.
will upcast 8 on whoever didn't get it.
I think that includes yourself, so everyone now should have +10.
Yeah, everyone gets +10.
Very good. Everyone
There
gets a
we go.
car.
I'll also give Carter second wind from that training. And what's the other thing?
Wow, +10.
What's it called? Precision strike. I'll give him.
What was that? Did he train as a fighter? Wasn't he a barbarian?
No, he's more of a fighter than. I mean, he has a little bit of barbarian, but doesn't really have a rage. Because NPCs don't exactly level up as a class does.
That is good. Second wind is very good, especially for him if he has this barbarian damage resistance. Then second wind is basically doubled, so it's very good choice.
Alright, yeah, I'll give him precision strike. Alright, so Carter is all leveled up. Was that all of our business? He's level 6 with some new stuff. Although now that we have 6 people, I mean, we can keep training him, but Carter wouldn't generally show up unless we have a missing person. It's generally
That's fine.
Yeah, stays at 6 just to keep things manageable. He'd just be in the background if he was with you.
It's nice to have someone like who can take a punch and also make a punch.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah, it's a
we
backup.
invest in our people.
Sorry, what? Oh, you invest in your people.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. All right. So yeah, what do you want to do? What's the group's plan now?
So let's think about this. Wasn't our next like big plan, like actually big plan, to go back to Chore and deal with Bloodhand and Blackwater and try to figure out what do we do with the remaining
So
artifacts?
there were some unsettling things you learned from your encounter with Orcard. It was that Blackwater had something to do with them being there. You don't know exactly what. I mean, again, these are just kind of claims that that Orcard made. You're not sure how true they are. But apparently Blackwater had hired them and then not paid them. So that's why they kind of went crazy. I think you also... Didn't you speak with someone who told you about the Blood Hand? I think it was Sith or...
They set it up. They kind of
It was.
made it look, yeah. The
Was it
elven
Iara?
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
Iara
Dark
was
elf.
the one who claimed that the Blood Hand had something to do with the betrayal. Like maybe they
like they framed Blackwater or something.
Yeah, they kind of misled Orcard. And she hadn't mentioned anything yet, but she did have that information in her back pocket. And she gave it to you as kind of a sign of her usefulness. Because I think she joined the camp too, didn't she? Yeah, so
Yep.
she is with
She
you.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to be a black market researcher.
Yes, that was her her goal.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to
If
pay
we
that.
do go back to Char, we shouldn't give them any time to prepare.
Couldn't
Because
give
they
who?
don't know that we know.
Yeah.
The blood.
Yeah.
So
They
these
don't know
blood
that we-
hands could be an issue in the future. You know, if you go that route. There are, as I mentioned earlier, some things here you could still look into. The group has a lot of different things they could try to work towards.
I don't care much. I don't care much about wyverns, but other than that, we could take a lead and search for the second dig site. But I honestly think we should focus on and try to continue without major stuff. What do you
I think
guys
you broke up a little bit near the end. Could you repeat that?
I think that I wanted to say that I don't care much about wyverns.
Yeah.
The other option that we have is second dig site, which could be fine, but I like if you, in my opinion, I think we should go to Char and continue with main storyline, like with actually dealing with Cithril and Blackwater and figuring out what's going on, and somehow getting the second, the third artifact and getting into the Isik.
I don't
Yeah,
mind that.
and
By the-
also
by-
this. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, by the way, does Patchwork know what Char is? Has Char existed when she arrived here?
No, you have no idea what Char is. You've never heard that name. Though you're guessing, you know, since you did go to sleep during the last cycle, it's probably some new civilization or a town or a city that sprung up after the cataclysm.
Huh. Well, she would, yeah. Knowing that Patchwork doesn't know what Char is, she would probably ask the group.
And it is a very nice city. It's not far from here. We are a little bit of a heroes there. Saved it a couple of times.
Yeah, not a big deal or anything.
Not a big deal.
Saved it a couple times. Whatever.
Not a big deal, Carter laughs. He says, these guys are local heroes. They saved him from these damn Iron Tide bastards. And he puts his arm around Rob and smiles. Gives
And-
Kaladin a little punch in the shoulder. Come on, guys, take credit where credit's due.
Sorry,
I guess
who
you're
is
right.
the Iron Tide? I'm trying to catch up to recent events.
I guess we need to tell her all the story because I realize that
course.
there is a lot of inside information here that she may not know about. So yeah, let's recap. Anyone? Grinko.
You
you're
go
good with
ahead,
words.
man. Go ahead.
Okay, let
The
me do
Iron,
that.
well, the Iron Tide
Like,
was
floor is yours.
they were basically a group of mercenaries, but like very warlike band, and they were attacking the city of Shar, yeah, the town, and they were actually here in this area, right on top of this druid grove, and we ran them out of the place. We took down most of them, the rest retreated, thus saving the town.
Oh,
Yes. And the
Well,
reason why they were
that is quite
attacking the
something.
town. The reason why they were attacking the town was them being upset about being betrayed by a noble who resides in the town, named Blackwater. The same noble that hired us to drive them away. So there was a noble in Char who hired us to chase them away. And while working on this, we realized that they are here because of him betraying them, like not going through with some deal and betraying them. So that was initially the idea. But when we finished, when we finally settled it down and defeated them, we realized that there is a good chance that Blackwater was not directly to blame for that, and that he was framed. This was all set up, and he was framed by another group called Bloodhand. And both Blackwater and Bloodhand, according to our information, have certain relics. And the third one is here, and I show her the dagger. So together there are 3 relics, and together those 3 relics can be used to enter a city of Isik, which contains, assumably, like a man's riches and magical items. So we have this dagger. The Blackwater has another magical item. I think he had a ring. And we are guessing that the third magical item, amulet, is possessed, like they Bloodhand have it. And we need all 3 to get into the vault in Isik.
Which, by the way, in my opinion, that's the next one we should go for, the Bloodhand, the amulet.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yes.
If
this
you
is
ask
actually
me.
what I think we need to do
Have-
next. It makes more sense.
Have I heard of Isik, or is that also new?
You wouldn't be familiar with Isik. That was another place that came about in the
Oh.
New Empire, New World.
So I take it Isik isn't a normal city if it needs relics to be entered?
So there's a vault in Isik specifically that needs the relics.
So you may have heard of Isik when it was a city a long time ago, but right now it is a ruin that
No,
needs
but-
relics.
So Calroon, you would know that if she is from the last cycle, Isik would not have existed. There would have been a different dwarven city in the Therian Empire in that
Okay,
place.
so even earlier than
Isik
I
was
have
built.
not heard of.
Go ahead.
I have not heard of Isik.
I keep forgetting that you're from very, very long ago.
Oh, well, something bad happened
yeah.
to it basically a long time ago. It's a completely ruined, overrun with creatures of the night.
Yeah,
But
it's the thing of nightmares. Carter says people tell stories to kids. Make sure they know to stay away from places like that, and the old cursed church, of course. Says I don't know what Blackwater hopes to find there, but it seems like a dangerous place for us to go poking around if that's what we're doing.
Definitely
That's what we
dangerous.
have
but
been. That's what we have
And-
been doing the last couple of weeks, poking around dangerous places.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, your plan now is to go back to Char and figure out who betrayed who and who to side with and stuff?
Well, it's the Bloodhand.
I think we're pretty sure now that Bloodhands are a problem here, and I
Yeah.
think we need to find a way to get the relic from Bloodhand, and then arrange a deal with Blackwater to actually go and open vault with him together, because he has the third key. If we get the relic from Bloodhand.
Yep.
Would you mind if I tag along for now? I
Absolutely.
don't really
We
know
can.
where to go from here.
Yeah,
And at the very least, the Isik, as a final goal, may have some tons of research resources to find more about your people. That's what you want.
exactly.
Yeah, that is and was my plan. But if everything's changed now, I don't know where to go. Like, all plans I had before are now gone. And I guess I need something to do. So I might as well tag along.
I think
We'd be happy to
Isik is a
have you.
very noble goal. Yeah, Isik is a good goal. I'm pretty sure they have good libraries there, and ancient ones. And they may know, they may know about Warforged. Was Isik a dwarven city, or
It is.
Was it not?
It's a modern city. It was built during the era of the Teruvian Empire, the current era. It did fall 100 years ago due to unknown circumstances, becoming overrun with undead, assuming most of the people there were killed or worse. Actually, history might tell you more if anyone has it trained while you're talking about this stuff.
Wait, if I could point out the direction the city is in, could I know the city that was there instead of Isik, like long ago?
During the Tharian Empire, you're gonna make me look at my notes. Hang on.
Yeah, because this was the direction she was headed to research. Maybe the city that was there before was one of her like goals on this journey.
What's the name of that city? It was called Volskin.
Would you spell that, please?
Yes, I'll put it in chat.
Thank you.
The old dwarven. Actually, the city was pretty massive. It was one of the major cities of the Tharian Empire. Lots of research, and you would know. Let's see. Do you have history?
No.
Alright. I guess give me an intelligence check, since you would have been around kind of in that era. Let's see what you know.
Oh yeah,
about
that's good.
Volskin.
Much. Yeah.
Alright.
Well.
So you didn't know much about it. Maybe you never went there.
Yeah.
But
She
it was a
hasn't
really
been
big
there, but
city.
she never went there, but she was like on her way there when the cycle, the whatever hit, the cataclysm.
Yeah. That's we could say that. That's fine. Was someone asking something else? Okay. Yeah. So, what were we rolling history for?
Is it?
Isik, right? So yeah, with 13 Calrune, you, as I said, would know that there was some kind of terrible incident there, and the city became overrun with undead. The Empire basically abandoned it because they were in a war with the dwarves at the time. In fact, there was speculation that the dwarves may have been involved in this somehow, though that was later proven to be inaccurate. And they just never really had a chance to try to retake the city, just because of the amount of resources and soldiers they'd have to commit. So they've just kind of left it for the last 100 years, even after the war ended. No one knows what actually happened there. Why it suddenly became overrun with undead, and, Yeah, like some people survived, but no one knew much about what had happened. Right, so go ahead. What are you doing? Continue.
Yeah,
Head back to Star.
yeah, in
Yeah, so we
search of in
but let's
search of a
plan.
new
How do
direction
we-
of a new plan. I will follow the party back to Char.
Okay.
Let's think. How do we How do we confront the Bloodhound? Like, okay, we arrive at Char. What do we do next? I think we need to talk to Blackwater first.
If we go to Blackwater first, we lose any element of surprise that we may have.
Hmm.
Because they're currently still expecting us for a meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, but then let's say we go to Char, we go to Bloodhound, and then we start. I don't know. We meet Cithril and we tell her, "Hey, we know you're a baddie, and give us your relic." How does this gonna go? She will probably think of some bullshit, making us doubt ourselves,
Well,
and
I mean,
I don't know.
as much as you guys are badass, I don't know if you can take on the Blood Hand. I mean, she might just try to kill you, Carter says.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be walking right into a thieves' den. I don't know if it's the best idea to tell them that you're gonna demand their stuff.
Hmm.
Similar to how we kind of took down the, these Iron Tide kind of slowly and carefully.
Is
might be-
AR
if-
still
Right.
in our camp?
She is. She's just sitting there quietly.
What do you think, AR? Our chances against the Bloodhand?
She says, well, I know there's supposed to be a fairly big deal within your empire, having small groups and pockets working on different projects, none of them necessarily connected to one another. They're supposed to be somewhat honorable to their word, though criminals at heart. They don't generally betray someone when they have a contract, as it reflects poorly on the whole organization. So I know that they're an organization that a lot of the nobility and important people work with to get things done. And yes, I know that they are criminals and not above things like extortion, murder, thievery. All the things that brigands and bandits engage in, just on a more organized level. She says, I haven't talked to them personally, but it's kind of things I picked up from talking to your people, the Teruvians.
Seems like a group you'd fit in quite well with.
She says, I don't know if I should be insulted or what's it called?
Flattered?
Flattered.
Flattered. There we go.
Take it as a compliment. Anyhow,
Do any of you have a
seem
thievery
to-
background? Like background as
I'm a
a
spy.
criminal or any type of thief, like working with thieves?
I'm a
No.
spy. Have like
Spy.
what's it
Okay,
called, like
so
criminal contact.
if you
kinda
were a
thing.
spy, give me an intelligence
Yeah.
check with proficiency. You might know some stuff on the Blood Hand.
Fairly intelligent. Add 3 to this.
16. Yeah, so pretty much what she said is accurate. You would know that if there is a group of them somewhere, they have a set purpose. Most likely, Cithril's purpose for being in Char has something to do with this. You would guess has something to do with this Issyk excursion, especially if she was working with Blackwater and the Iron Tide. And yeah, you would also guess Blackwater probably hired them as well.
Okay.
You could probably find out more through your contact or through your network, but that would take time.
Yeah, let the group know I have that.
Do you
That
have
in.
a name for your spy network that you're with, or what they do? Did you ever figure that out?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, so
Make
it's
up
still
one.
kind of vague in your story. You might want to flush that out a bit, as it could come into play at some point.
Could it be
Roger.
Bloodhand?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Well, it was from the Fable, right?
Guys, I'm secretly a blood hand. He just like stabs Rob. Ugh,
He
just
lifts,
runs
he
away.
lifts up his. He
You
lifts up
would
his
stab
shirt.
Rob too.
There's
He's
a-
playing the
Retribution.
long game.
He-
Suddenly
His
starts
secrecy
killing.
stabs Rob
Retribution.
for like
Ah.
6 hit points.
That's
Yeah.
thing he
Hey.
wouldn't deserve, by the way.
He misses.
Do you remember
he rolls
when-
horribly.
Do you remember when no one disguised herself as Neil and stabbed me in the back?
I do, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so there's it might be good to know more about the details of your spy network. It could get you some more stuff, but we don't have to figure that out right now.
There is one idea I have, like a little bit straightforward. I'm a very straightforward guy. What if we go to Bloodhound, and we just tell them, guys, we know that you have this amulet, and what do you want for it?
A trade?
Like, we can now start backstabbing each other, trying to steal it from each other. But what do you want? Is there anything you would take in exchange for this amulet that you have? What do you think?
I mean, instead of
Maybe?
just like killing them.
Yeah. Maybe
I
then
think
you
that-
will go for money, and then we can go to Blackhand and talk about it. To Blackwater.
Well-
and talk about it. If they want something to be done, then we will do it for them.
Iris
Maybe
says.
there is a peaceful.
Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe there is a peaceful resolution. Maybe like there is some limit to what they are ready to invest. Like do they want war with us? Maybe not.
So Shock would kind of pipe in at this point. He would say, well, the difference is that a war, the difference between a war with the Iron Tide and a war with the Blood Hand is the citizens of Char would be right in the front lines, and you might get caught in the crossfire, because if you start fighting the Blood Hand, most likely it will be something that we have to do within the town itself. So innocents could be killed. That would be the downside of fighting them directly versus trying to work it out in another way. He says rogues have a way of, or thieves have a way of not wanting to fight face to face, and will use much more underhanded tactics to, if not win, create a lot of chaos and shape the battlefield in their favor before engaging. I doubt
Yeah,
Cithril
so
would
maybe-
try to fight you head to head if you walked into her thieves guild, unless she thought she could win that fight.
But this is something that she doesn't need to know. Like, we don't want to fight her, but we should act as if we are absolutely ready to. And this way, and also giving our giving our history with Irontide. Like, they have proof that we managed to drive away Irontide. A
Right.
formidable force. So we should be taken seriously. And we are coming to her and we're suggesting, guys, tell us what you need for this amulet.
Yeah. They need to be scared of us.
It's
Not
true.
like scared in a way we will kill them, but maybe
Yeah.
They
need to be scared.
taking something from us is just more interesting than having to fight us.
You make a good
I'm
point.
Like that's
Respected enough to make a deal.
Exactly.
But
You guys are
if
well
they-
known, so
Let's do it.
whether they
Yeah.
attack you or not, you should make sure that they don't get your artifact, either in battle or through other
Do you think-
tactics.
They might like make a deal with us for the artifact.
If they get something out of it,
I mean, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
we'll
a group of mercenaries.
if they do not believe that this will be favorable to them, they will likely not agree to your deal and maybe
but we kind of hate them
try
a little
to
bit.
hinder.
deal with them like this because they were the reason why Iron Tide were attacking people around Char, so they indirectly caused a lot of pain and suffering from peasants of Char.
Yes,
So-
but what I'm trying to say is that if they do not agree to your deal, you will be at a stalemate. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shock would say, "Look, I hate the I hate the Blood Hand. I've had to deal with their fucking bandits moving goods and caravans around the Empire, and I agree that we don't want them to benefit from this. But at the same time, again, if we start a fight, it could result in a lot more death than if we are able to find a more peaceful solution." Says, "Don't come at me, Nil. I know you're gonna say bandits are terrible, and I agree. Just letting you know. Just saying what's on my mind here. I don't
That's
want
sort of what I'm
Okay.
thinking. I don't want to work with them either,
what I meant is that when you confront them, you should make sure that you don't come out with losses, like items or people.
What were you
We
saying,
never have.
Kaladin?
I was sort of agreeing with Shock. I know that they caused. I mean, basically, they were indirectly responsible for the reason we had to fight the Iron Tide in the first place. But if they really are going to be that dangerous to go up against in a direct confrontation, because I mean, say what you will about the Iron Tide, but they did have some semblance of honor. They were willing to fight us head to head. The Blood Hand might take innocents hostage and other things like that would make it really difficult to fight them. If we can maybe make a deal with them, do something for them, and get the artifact. I mean, if it's true that they are people of their word, right?
Well,
That's what
no.
that's what I'm offering. That's why I'm offering to make a deal with them and give something they want in return for this artifact. But the best way to make sure that
Oh.
they're even considering it is to be some kind of like to be a threat ourselves. And I think we already are, taking into account our reputation.
Quick
Yeah, I
question.
mean, we-
You guys killed Kelvar, right? I was just looking at your NPC list. He was the hobgoblin who you initially befriended.
Yeah. No, he came. Didn't he come here?
No,
Yeah,
that
but
was
then you
Captain
killed him
Graves.
later when you fought the Iron Tide. Like, he was one of the people at the base you attacked.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
I'm pretty sure.
Like Greaves? What wasn't he Greaves and not Calvar? We had, I think his name was
No,
Greaves.
Captain Graves is the one that we made the deal with, and then he came back and
Yeah.
talked to me.
Yeah, that was Graves, and he left with his troop, but I think Kelvar was the
Yes.
one you befriended, but then later had to kill because you kind of turned on the Iron Tide.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure, because I had him in the wrong spot. So Graves is gone. Kelvar's dead.
Just
Okay.
wanted to rub it in.
Rub what in? What do you mean, rub it in?
Like to remind us that we killed a friend.
Oh, well, I mean, you did, but I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just making sure.
Really,
I have a
friend,
bunch of different
really?
ways this story played out, so I want to make sure I have this your way recorded.
Sure.
You really a friend? No.
Do we even like the guy?
Yeah, but
Didn't
let's
like
let's
him.
maybe let's not spend too much time on the same thing. Let's say that plan A is go talk to Bloodhand and try to convince them to give us the amulet in exchange for something. Like, let's put it away. Let's not waste time on this. Do we have any other options? What
Well-
other options?
We have the leverage that Blackwater now has 2 of the 3 pieces, and now we can fully focus on you. So this will be their one opportunity to not take any losses and make something of this. So it
Agreed.
depends
That's a
on,
good point.
yeah, how opportunistic bandits are, which is quite reliable. But it depends on how much Sithril knows. And
We could also try to steal it from them, right? But we are not very
What?
very subtle.
I could give it a go.
You do it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, that would between me and Ayara, we may have a chance, but if
Ara
Nils
says,
is gonna
whoa,
go
whoa,
on-
whoa, I'm not breaking into a thieves' den. That's suicide. I mean, maybe
No,
if
I'll
I
just
could
walk in.
infiltrate somehow, but just directly
If you
trying to
take it-
sneak in, no, it's not a good idea.
If you take it from them, wouldn't that provoke them into action?
That is true.
If I took it, well, I'd be dead, Iara says. There's no way. Well, at least I don't think I'd be able to do it. This would be a very difficult. Thieves are good at stopping you from stealing, unless I could somehow
Yeah.
infiltrate their organization and trick them. But even that would be really risky to me. I'm not a
Yeah,
spy. I'm more an
take all the
assassin.
stuff to- Yeah, exactly. So it may not be, and even if we do this, they would turn like there would be war anyway.
Oh,
And
and
that's what we're
the
trying to-
obvious thing is they've seen me working with Orcard, and I'm a drow. She says it's not hard to. They'd remember me. Trust me.
Man.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
I have no
that's
problem
not
in
an option.
walking in there and asking for it.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead. Doors over there, man.
Yeah, we need to make a deal with them basically.
I want to see that.
But I want to remind that Patchwork here said a very nice and very smart thing. How do we prevent them from taking the dagger away from us when we're there? 'Cause we would have a dagger.
Yeah, I mean, we are, I think, pretty sufficient deterrent. I
We'll
don't think they want to
live-
get in a scrap with us.
We put it in
Either.
the bag of holding and we leave it with someone at the camp, or
Sprinkle.
Shock says the camp is pretty well protected. Also, if you trust Blackwater, his place is a fortress. I thought you were going to give it to him anyway for the reward. Did you decide to hang on to it?
yes. No, we wanted to, we wanted to come in with the full job done. That's how you really impress an employer.
IRA would say,
Sure. Oh.
I don't know if you want to trust nobility, but his place would be pretty fortified. Blackwater is, is still kind of shifty.
I don't believe we ever promised to bring him back the dagger.
We
We
did.
wanted to drive the. Did we?
Well, you
Didn't
didn't
we
promise
really
to.
say those words?
He asked you to.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
agreed to pay you to
Yeah.
do it. At first, you were just going to
Yeah.
gather info, but he did mention the dagger, and if you figure out a way, you should get it. But again,
So
it wasn't
it
like
would
you
be a
promised it.
But it would be, better if we walk in there with the item that they want. They'll probably just try and kill us for it. But if it's defended, then we can negotiate.
Shall we go and talk to Black first?
Sounds like an idea to me.
So we're,
But the only
That's-
problem is if we go talk to Blackwater first, they will see.
all right.
And what-
Calroon, I didn't hear as much from you. Is there anything else you want to add? Just want to make sure everyone has a chance to speak.
Well, I was just kind of listening, picking some stuff up. But if we are going to go to Blackwater, I know I used to be hired from him. I used to be one of his employees. If there's anything I know that he'd want this for, specifically.
Well, you would
But-
guess it has to do with the trip to Issyk. If what they said is true, the dagger is one of 3 keys to open some sort of ancient vault, either in Issyk or in the ruins underneath, which is more likely. What did I say the dwarven city was?
Volkskin?
Volkskin, the old dwarven city that used to be there during the last cycle. So that's
Yeah.
probably why he wants the dagger, and probably why he wants Cithral's piece, which would be the amulet, according to what you know.
But if you keep the dagger hidden on your person, like one of you, and you don't take it out while you are in Char, and if it's in a place that is not easily visible, then the Blood Hand would not know that you have the dagger or where it is. You could.
Yeah, can't we just
could
keep it in the
still-
bag
you
of
could
holding
still
with
pull
us?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep
Exactly.
it in the bag.
Well, you would
Okay.
have to be able to lie convincingly if they ask you where it is and you use you know.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
So I'll hold on
Exactly.
to
That's
it
why
then. I can be pretty
anything
convincing.
that anything that relies on us lying is not something I trust.
I
Why
am
wear
not
the
good at
helmet?
lying either.
I don't know what you're getting at, but
Well, I mean, she might not just assume you have it, Shock says. I mean, if she asks you, I guess it might be, she might be able to sense that you're nervous, but she wouldn't know for sure you have it. Shock says,
And also,
I
have it doesn't have to mean that you carry it on you at that moment. It could just mean that it's in your possession
yeah.
somewhere.
I mean, insight isn't lie detection. It's just you get feelings from what people say. So she wouldn't
Yes.
know you have it because you say you don't, but she might sense that you're nervous or you're not telling her the whole truth, or maybe you know of its location, stuff like that. And even then, she wouldn't know for sure. These are just feelings that she'd have.
My personal suggestion is we don't lie or make up anything. We straight up do what we say. Like we give it to Blackwater, say, you know, like if they ask us about it, be like, yeah, it's protected. Good luck getting it. And say we want your artifact. What do we need to do to get it? You know?
Yeah.
Just be straight up, because I don't think these people are necessarily going to
Straight
be
up.
the type of people you want to try and trick.
Ayara, was
Especially
it?
we would not be able to trick them consistently. We may trick them once, but then somewhere during the conversation something would slip. But we need to find a way how we can deal with it without having to lie and relying of us tricking them.
Yep.
So IR would look to Patchwork and say yes.
You said that this noble Blackwater was shifty, I think.
She says, well, aren't all nobles? You can't trust the aristocracy.
I do not know the aristocracy of this time, nor any noble. I cannot tell. But maybe if you are unsure of Blackwater's intentions, you could ask to be part of the expedition to Isaac. To be certain. If that is where you want to go anyway.
She says, well, I would like to find a place for myself up here. Not sure where that's going to lead yet, but you people seem to be competent, so for now I'm staying with the Starry Knights, as you call yourselves.
Huh.
I guess like you, Patchwork, I'm kind of a traveler without a destination, or at least someone who's lost currently and is looking for their place.
That is something I can understand.
She says the deep
Yes.
holds no home for me anymore. Only painful
I am
memories.
just... Yes. I am just somewhat worried. Because neither option, like, neither the Bloodhand nor Blackwater seems particularly trustworthy from what I am hearing.
Well, I will say I'm extremely interested in this vault in Isaac. Ancient magics are very often things things beyond the power of the current cycle. Secrets and lore that have been lost to time. If we can get our hands on that, it could make us much more powerful.
And I will. Blackwater seems more naive than malicious as these factions are.
She says, well, again, noble. These are
Yes.
pampered, spoiled people that care nothing of those who they rule over, only themselves.
But does your group plan on going to Isaac with Blackwater or on your own?
That's what I wanted actually to also tell you guys that I really don't want to just come to Blackwater and give him the dagger without like offering to go with him to the vault, because
Yes.
what would happen if he just says, okay, thank you guys, here is your 1,000 gold, thank you for the dagger, bye bye, and then he goes to to vault with Bloodhand.
Yes, that is what I meant. If you are suspicious of him, maybe you should make it a condition that you are allowed to go with him to the vault if you give him the dagger.
I'm sure he would want us to. I mean, we could be a huge help. Think about it.
Yes, Shock says the group has proven themselves capable, though there is some wisdom to what is being said here. Having one of the keys gives you a stronger hand in this card game versus just being at Blackwater's mercy if he has 2 or 3 of them.
I do agree with what Shock, I think is your name, is saying.
Yes.
But again, I've been with this group for a week now, and I don't want to tell you what to do and what not to do. It's just I have a bad feeling about this. My apologies.
All right. This would be a good time if you guys want to do a break. We can break for like 10 or so minutes and meet back up in a bit.
See you. 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Okay.
So you just need to ask Fedloy for a portal and then actuate our plan. Which I assume is
Ask that lawyer for a portal.
yeah, again. Give him a good handshake.
Are you back again, Grinkle?
Double.
Back to back.
Is everybody back?
I'm back.
Grinkle's back again.
Back.
I think
back.
we're waiting on Patrick.
That's who's back.
I'm just eating my lunch, so. But
I think he's still good.
back. At least trying to eat my lunch as quick as possible.
Don't forget to chew properly.
Oh, are you back?
I have always been here.
Oh, I didn't see. Didn't see the back in
That's kind
chat.
of scary.
I
A little
have.
ominous.
Hey. Patrick
I've
goes
been here
hard.
for eternity and will remain here.
I didn't.
You were the one that
I
is
didn't
back.
leave. I never left or whatever.
Alright. Oh, did Grinkle, did you have anything to say? Because I also didn't hear from you too much.
No, I like the idea of, I think we'll just hold on to the dagger in the bag, and we'll go talk to Iron Tide.
You mean
Or to Bloodhand, sorry.
Bloodhand?
I think that's kind of the group. I think we're all kind of We're all on the same page. I don't think anyone specifically wants to go to Blackwater and.
Well, I
For
mean,
that
there's
reason.
a reward. I'm
Yeah.
I'm for going to Blackwater, giving him the dagger, getting the reward, and then being like, hey, when you go open that vault, you probably want us to come with you. We want a piece of the cake. you
Right,
know?
I think about doing that eventually, but we don't want to do that yet because then they'll know we have the dagger, right? Is that correct?
They
Yeah, and if we,
probably know we have the dagger. If we just took out the entire Iron Tide, they could probably make that assumption.
But they also could have taken the dagger with them. They did leave, right?
You did?
yes.
Anyways, I think we so which one are we going to first? Should we just go talk to the
Does
Blood Hand? Talk to him?
does does the Blood Hand have a reason to assume that you know about the relics?
No.
Except for whatever
Well, if
you just
if
said.
they are not sure that you know about the relics, they could think that you let the Iron Tide leave without insisting on having the dagger.
Yeah, I mean, if they ask us about it, we're gonna have to lie, and then they might figure it out. I'm assuming they're gonna inquire. Does that make sense? That's why I say we just like straight up, like don't even try to lie to them, just tell them how it is. Because if we want to make a deal with them for the dagger, I think we should, start off on the right foot. Just be straight up, be like, hey, this is, we have the relic, or not maybe not tell them that, but like we want the relic, and we're willing to do stuff for it. We're obviously really skilled because we took out the whole Iron Tide, so.
Only if they ask, though, Shock says.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't say we tell them straight up, but if they ask, But that's also why it might be worth giving it to Blackwater, because it's like, yeah, we have it. If you want it, go take it from Blackwater. Good luck doing that.
It's probably safer with him than with our camp, anyway.
Yeah, I don't want them hurting our people either. I'd rather them attack Blackwater than attack, our camp.
Yeah, but they
Well-
might not take our meeting if we go to Blackwater first. We have an open offer on the table, but that's because we haven't been back to town in a
That's
while.
true.
So we can...
They don't.
Why don't
we're
we
a
just go hear
wild
them out?
card.
I
That's
mean,
what
who
I'm
knows?
saying,
They
we
might
just go
they
hear
might
them
also might also want to work with Blackwater. I mean, if it's if it's in their best interest.
I mean, if they wanted to, I doubt they would have sown the discourse between him and the Iron Tide.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Oh, fine.
A little, like, what's it called?
Muffled.
Muffled, that's it. A little muffled, but I can hear you.
Oh, that's the best I can do. Okay.
Yeah, you're sounding, I can understand that. Alright, well, I suppose for now, Shock says we should head back to Char. Do we go see the Iron Tide, or sorry, do we go see the Blood Hand, or do we go see Blackwater first?
I say we put it to a vote.
I think we should just go hear out the Blood Hand first, before anything else.
Alright,
I think we should just hit 'em
so
up.
I guess in chat, type Blood Hand or Blackwater for your vote. Alright,
We need Nil and Patchwork.
I posted mine.
so
Oh,
there's
Patchwork.
3. It looks like it's almost tied. I think it would depend on Patchwork,
Yeah.
but she can't hear us currently.
Oh, it is in Blackwater favor, but we will see what Patchwork wants to say.
Did Tavi join our?
Yeah, Tavi's in the camp. She was planning on
Okay.
going with you.
Yeah, that's cool.
The druids weren't completely happy with it, but they
Yeah.
kind of accepted it.
There we go.
Okay, then it's Blackwater.
Alright, so, well, now it's a tie, I think. Right? Isn't it?
No,
that's,
it's
that's
not.
majority.
Oh, is it? Alright.
That's 4 and 2.
4 and 2.
4-2.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, the group is going to ask for a portal or just travel?
Portal.
Probably a portal. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
wouldn't we take a portal if we can?
So, you go speak to the druids. I think only one of them can make a portal.
I think just Fedloy.
Badly.
So Fedloy tells
Our boy.
you he can do it, but you'd have to wait till tomorrow because he doesn't have it prepared.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, we would have told him the day before we were gonna ask him. He would have had it.
Oh,
prepared
would
for
you
us.
have? All right. Well, it's too bad you didn't. But don't
Well,
What happens when you assume?
yeah, makes an ass out of you. But don't.
That's crazy. Next time we should RP each 7 days
Yes,
just to make sure I
RP,
ask.
I want details. I want progress
Exactly.
reports.
Okay.
5-page summary.
My bad. Weird. We
I
talked
mean,
about this
honestly,
plan
you
for all
guys
7
probably-
days, and he.
You probably just hadn't thought about it. I mean, like you guys didn't think about it during the rest. So, I mean,
I'm okay waiting. It's,
We
Yeah,
didn't
one
want
more
this
day
to
is
be a
not
problem.
So you'll have to wait a day. It's not.
That's one more. That's one more day in
Woo,
Carter's.
one more
in-
day.
It's true.
One more
and you
day in
can-
Carter's training. So
Yeah, you can do a day of downtime. So let's see. I'll see if anything of note
Go
happens.
through all that.
Nope, nothing of note. So it is now the 19th. If you had a project you're working on, you can put another day towards it.
Awesome. Anything else we should ask before we? have
Well, I
to
should have
say
asked
a day?
yesterday.
Well, now you should have
Yeah.
asked yesterday.
Oh, we
yeah.
forgot.
Just
Oh.
passed the day. You gotta be more snappy. You gotta be on your toes. Time's a
So
passing.
good.
All right.
Awesome. Another day. 5 out of 7.
So, Fedloy would create a portal, and he would say, well, before he creates it, he says, so at this point, if you want to come back to see us, you'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. But I wish all of you
Yeah.
luck. You've been great allies to us and made our
Yeah,
grove a little
thanks,
safer.
Fedloy. No problem.
Is there anything else that you need before you leave?
No, we already talked about it over the week, so we're good, Fedloy.
Before we go through the portal and decide we said something before we went through. Alright, so he nods and we'll do the chanting as the portal opens. And I assume you all step through,
Yeah.
appearing on the outskirts of Char at the other end. So you very quickly... Oh, that's not right. Well, it's not actually 18 feet to Char. Ignore the measurement. But you would suddenly appear in a new place. So you are on the outskirts of town, about an hour away. I assume you're gonna make your way to the city.
Yes. I suggest we come in through the north entrance. Minimize any potential time to be spotted to the Blackwater estate, if that's where we're going first.
Okay. Let me check something. Yeah, day pass, which should be the 18th. Okay. So,
It's the 18th, not the 19th. I thought it was the 18th, yes.
yes, I think it was the 17th, and then we passed another day, so it's the 18th.
Okay.
Alright, so you go in through the north end of town. The guards are overjoyed to see you. They say the the Starry Nights, you return. It's been a long time. We thought something may have happened.
Some things did happen, but we're here.
Yeah.
As well.
Uh,
Welcome
Yes,
to Char.
of course, we're here.
Can you?
Yes.
Hi.
Please don't let
Can you
anyone
hear
know
me?
we're here.
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, you're constantly cutting off on me, but I can kind of hear what's going on at the moment.
Well, the guard
Okay,
would...
no, I can't hear.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi. Yeah, it's constantly cutting off. I thought it was gone again.
You might try resetting your router if it's an internet issue. That could be some weirdness with your router. or
Also,
your-
shutting down Discord in Task Manager is different from just closing it. It usually fixes the problem.
yeah, you could do a force close in
Yeah,
Task Manager.
I've tried.
But
Maybe
yeah,
you can try what I did. You can try what I did and go to web version.
yeah. I'll try a few things. Let me know in chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to see you.
But
The
the
task manager.
the guards would say the mayor wanted
No,
to
it's
speak with you.
not a problem with my computer. It's a problem with my internet connection.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if there's much I can do about the internet connection. We'll keep working on it, and yeah, hopefully we can maybe, like I said, maybe the router or something. But the guard would say the mayor is looking to speak with you when you have a moment.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
We'll get over there whenever we can.
Can I also just ask the guards to not announce our presence until tomorrow?
Give me a persuasion. Up to 2 of you in the group.
And I nudge Grinkle.
I'll do
Provide
it.
backup.
Nice persuasion. No.
Nice job.
So what do you say, Grinkle?
Please, it's good to see you, friends. Yes, please, we have some business, but, you know, we're adventurers, we have business, and we'd like, just for today, don't let anyone know we came back today, okay? If you wouldn't mind, you know, all, it's adventure business and all.
He says, well,
Buddies.
it's sort of my job to record in the logs people who come and go. May I ask why you don't want us to record you?
Terrible battle. Terrible. Friends lost, friends gained. Adventure. Quiet needed.
Well, to be fair, I think it's
That's what I
fine
say.
if you record it. Just don't publicly announce. Just keep it more silent, like on the down low.
Like,
Don't let anyone know.
like your group wishes peace and quiet or something of that nature?
Yeah, just for a day. It's been
Give me...
Don't tell anyone we came.
Give me, again, another 2, either persuasion or I'll say deception you can use here.
Okay.
These
Hello?
friends.
Can you hear us?
Friends.
Yeah.
Alright, good. So he'll say, I mean, you've done
These
a lot
friends.
for the town. I suppose we can try to keep it quiet. He says to the other guards, no mention of the Starry Nights, and they just kind of nod. He whispers, I can't
You know what?
promise
Maybe
they'll
we'll
all...
include you in the next ballad about us, maybe, if you're lucky.
He says, I can't promise they'll all stay silent, as a drunken guard sometimes lets things slip, but hopefully...
Yeah, we'll stop telling other guards. Just don't tell anyone. Just leave it. We're just gonna go in now.
We
He
just
nods.
need a day.
Goodbye.
We just need a day.
But thank you. We're very appreciative.
Thank you. Don't tell
He
anyone,
nods and
please.
says, I'll try to keep it secret as long as possible. Alright.
Thank you.
So they will open the gates, letting you into Char. What do you want to do?
We just cut across here, go right to
Head
Blackwater.
straight to Blackwater. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Right
go
across.
past the old tower, heading over to the Blackwater estate. As you left it, there's a wall built around the outside. Mercenaries kind of keeping an eye on things. Seems like it's grown in security since you've last been here. But the guy at the kind of the front of the gate will wave you through, recognizing you. And you would gain access to the Blackwater estate. As before, the main hall is kind of looks like the area has been converted to hold a bunch of supplies. Tables have been brought in. Looks like books are on kind of makeshift shelves, and people are doing a lot of research and prep work here. Blackwater would immediately come out and say, you return. It's been quite a bit, Starry Knights. Glad to see you're alive and safe.
Thank you. It's good to see you again. It's been quite some time.
This is yes. So, how did your mission fare? I know that the guards reported a cease to the attacks quite a while ago, but then we hadn't heard much from you since your last visit to town. He says, have you taken care of the issue?
Of course, you know how adventurers are. We handle things.
Because I don't think the last time you were here, you were still engaged in battle with the Iron Tide. Yes, like when you came back for a day.
Yes.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that was just before the fight.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm getting my timeline right. He says, so they've been defeated then. Kind of claps his hands. They're no longer going to be a problem.
No, we managed
right.
to chase them away.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And the dagger we spoke of, I hope you were able to recover it from their corpses.
Galen, we've been hearing about the purpose of these artifacts, and we gotta say, whether the amulets or the daggers or we think you'll need our help when we get to that, when you need to go to that safe. And we want to be that team.
So he considers you a moment and says, who told you about the keys and the artifacts?
We heard it from a lot of different people. Everyone seems to know about it.
Really? Well, that's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Well, we can say it was once we'd defeated the Iron Tide.
The Iron Tide, a couple other people.
Oh, you spoke with the Iron Tide.
Oh yeah, well, hey.
Yes, we managed to decimate their forces, and we managed to capture Orcard and force him into a retreat.
All right.
He was long gone.
Give me 2 persuasion checks from the group. It would just have to be people who are talking, or if someone wants to roll it, they would just have to say something. All right.
Robert slowly learns to be silent in those interchanges. So
his
Talking to his
outbursts
sword
have
in his
proved less effective in the past. All right, well, so Blackwater would kind of consider you for a moment and say, well, the plan always was to bring you on if you proved to be competent. And I would say driving away one of the major dangers to the town is beyond competent. So I will happily hire you on for more work. Do you have the dagger?
And just to be clear, out of character, we did say we were gonna tell him pretty much everything, right?
Yeah.
Before I keep going.
Yeah. We have the dagger.
Yeah. That's what I said. Well, you need proof of badassery, and I do a flip with the dagger.
This is the dagger of Asiak. You are quite skilled, and I appreciate this. And he kind of puts his hand out to take it.
So you're gonna take us with you to the vault there?
Well, there's a problem beforehand. The Blood Hand. From what we learnt from the Iron Tide, we believe that your disagreement with them was more than a cultural misunderstanding. We believe it was engineered by Sithril for the purpose of trying to usurp this deal.
Blasted rogues. I should have known. It would make sense with the suspicious timing. And she has one of the pieces. Hmm.
Yes.
Do you have any proof of this by chance, or is this just, again, what you've heard?
No, this is just what I managed to piece together from the Iron Tide's version of events and your version of events. And I believe that you didn't mean, you wouldn't have hired all these people here and then immediately betrayed them. That doesn't strike me as something you would do. However, I can see you being manipulated by a criminal organization. That makes more sense to
He
me.
says there was definitely a misunderstanding between myself and the Iron Tide. I had assumed they were pulling back on what they had promised, but if Cithril was involved, the ambush may have been her calculated move rather than his. It's too bad. The Iron Tide
Right.
could have been useful. And I assume you know that I am the one who hired them.
Yeah,
We do.
we know all about.
Yes. And
says
at the moment, I'm
everything.
putting that down to your naivety rather than any malice. However, you better. This isn't These aren't just
Yeah.
toys you're playing with. These are people's lives, so you need to start making better decisions.
Give me a persuasion with disadvantage. He seems a little maybe annoyed with how you put that, but he just says, well, I mean, you must understand that my intention for the Iron Tide was to help us with the coming journey. I've worked with many mercenaries. I've never had ones turn on me so fully when they thought I betrayed them. And though usually they don't think I betrayed them because I pay them well and take fairly good care of them for these journeys.
Yes. I'm just saying, use this as a learning experience going forward.
Yes, indeed. Well, what's done is done. At this point, the acquisition of the 3 keys is paramount to the next step in my plan. Did you give him the dagger yet? I know you were kind of holding it, waiting for him to say that he was taking.
Is there a
like,
reward?
Would like
Oh,
to, yeah, would like to work.
We do get paid for our
This is, of
thing.
course,
Paid, and we'd like to work with you.
He says you will be paid handsomely for the dagger, more than a simple magical dagger would usually be worth. I would give you 3,000 gold pieces for it.
And is that in addition
small
or
fortune.
separate to the payment for getting rid of the Iron Tide?
He says that would include your work dealing with the tide. Of course, any spoils you gained along the way you would also keep. So this would conclude what is owed for the tide and for the dagger. Again, a fairly hefty sum.
That is a lot.
And what about future employment?
He says,
As in the next couple days?
if you wish to work with me further, I'd be happy to hire you. I have plenty that needs to be done, including the current issue of Cithril possessing the necklace, which is my next goal.
Yes.
We have a similar idea. We were thinking of just going and talking with them.
Yeah, we have been offered an invitation, but I believe this is before they know of our meeting here.
She says you can. It might be dangerous, though. I doubt Cithril... Oh, and just FYI, so make sure you take away the dagger, and the group would gain the 3,000 gold. So I guess just add it to your bag of holding or something, as long as it doesn't weigh too much.
Is it in like a chest? Yeah, I think we should just probably keep it in a separate chest.
I think 3,000 we can just split.
You could just split
let's
it.
just make it
That'd be
just
500
each. And let's go.
So everyone just add 500 gold. So...
Are you sure you want to give that to me?
I feel like you've
part
been
of
with
the
us the
group.
whole time. I feel that, so just.
Well, if it weren't for you, I would be slowly rotting of a deadly disease.
Perhaps, are you gonna give any to Carter or
I will.
Shock or any of them? I mean, you are just paying them, but you could give them a bonus or something.
Carter gets 100 gold from me.
He says, thanks, bud. Pat you on the shoulder. Get some drinks.
a
Shock
lot.
says he
That's
puts his
more than
hand up.
some drinks, buddy. That's a lot. And you better pay
you
for the
don't
next
know
round.
you don't know the type of drinks I buy. Obviously, he gives you a wink. Shock would say, "No payment
Oh.
needed for me. I'm happy with just my salary."
I am going to give back 100 gold to the group and tell them to distribute it among their people because I really don't need this much.
You could put it in the camp treasury. Helps pay your people as
Yeah.
time passes. If you want
Yeah,
to just
I
add
think
100
that's what
there.
we can do.
So yeah,
You
just add
get
100
100
there.
gold back from me. I don't know where you put that down. Ah, I found it.
Well, in any case, Blackwater says, I don't recommend speaking to them, especially if they don't yet know that you're working for me. I might have another possibility, but if you think you can somehow convince her, you're welcome to try. Says, but if you don't want to do that, I might know a way that we could sneak up on them. Possibly attack them before they even know what's going on. He says, there is an uneasy peace between the Blood Hand and myself, although both of us know we need the other's key. Approaching any of their bases on the surface would be foolish, as they have found an old ruin under Char, which they are using to move around underneath the town. That's where most of their main base is set up, below the town itself. I myself have a way into the tunnels which I've excavated under my estate. So there might be a way we can sneak up on them in these ruins and maybe take them out before they even know what's going on. Might require some finesse. But
we don't want anyone in the town to get hurt, and we're worried if a fight breaks out, they could just start attacking in the town.
So as well,
That's why we wanted to negotiate.
I don't know if that's possible, but if you fancy yourself a negotiator and you think you can convince her to give you the peace, by all means. I don't require Sithra.
I'm pretty confident.
Oh, well. By all means, although if it doesn't work, you are giving up an advantage, because then she'll know that you're working with me and probably be on the lookout.
However, I think she's going to know anyway. As soon as word spreads that we're back in town and we haven't been to see her, how long will it take her to put it together?
Says that's true. I suppose you could go speak to her and try to deceive. Maybe tell her that you've decided to work with her and use it to get closer while you figure out a plan to attack or get the item we need. But I think it's going to be very hard for us to do this without the citizens of Char suffering, unfortunately.
Unless we can just make a deal with them and they, give it to us.
She says, I doubt you have anything that she wants. What she wants is my piece, or my pieces now, because she also wishes to seek this vault. We were initially supposed to go there together.
But that's out of the table now.
My guess is she found other mercenaries to work with her. I don't know why she is trying to cut me out, what happened, but what's done is done, and I doubt she is going to want to work with us if we do go to Isik. My guess is she'll try to recruit you to do the same thing I did, which is to get my piece.
Yeah.
Do you
Can
think
I insight if he doesn't know why she turned on him? Like he actually has no idea.
Yeah, give me an insight check. You don't know if he's being completely honest.
Okay.
He might know something that he's not saying. Go ahead, Kaladin. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, if would you even want, if there's any way, I know this is a long shot, if there's any way for us to convince them to promise to, actually work with us with the, and come to Isik with us, are you okay with that, Blackwater? Or is that out of the table for you?
I don't know if I fully trust her, but if you can convince her and you think that she is trustworthy, I might be willing to put that aside, because she would still be very useful in this trip.
It's a long shot, but it's worth a try.
He says, I will admit,
However-
my only reservation would be that she'd betray us again and maybe even steal things that we're looking to gain from the vault. So, my preference would be that she be driven out and the item be taken. But if you think you can trust her, as I said, I'll make an exception. He says, but my recommendation is that you explore the tunnels below the town, figure out a way to where their base down there is, and strike in secret. You could probably take out many of them before they even knew what was going on, as long as you didn't leave survivors. You might want to speak to her first, just because you would want to assure her that you are, maybe working with her rather than me, as a way to prolong the inevitable realization of betrayal. That's how I'd play it anyway.
I don't know. I don't like betraying people. I would rather just go and initially like if we are not friends, we are not friends. But betraying and pretending we are on her side and then striding her in the back, I don't know if it's good. Well, it isn't. I don't know if we can pull it off. That's what I'm concerned.
You don't lead a branch of the Bloodhound by being gullible.
Says you know your strengths better than I, so I'll leave the planning up to your group, but that would be our next step. What would your demands be for payment, getting me this next piece?
Well, definitely, I would say a cut of the loot. Just take us there, and then we divide whatever is there. I think this would be fair.
You mean give you a split of what is in the vault in Issyk?
Yeah. Instead of money, because at this point, money doesn't really worth. Like it's not worth much when you're talking about something like that. You cannot put a money value on something like Issyk Vault.
Says you're wiser than I thought.
Right.
Give me a persuasion check, up to 2 from the group again.
By the way, since I couldn't really hear what was going on, did the people that saw the group, did they have what kind of reaction did they have to seeing Patchwork?
Who, the town guards? They didn't say much.
Yeah.
You would guess they thought you were just wearing armor. They may have thought, you were just a heavily armored person. But yeah, they didn't say anything to you.
He's trying to gauge this new environment and how people are.
Yeah, I mean, you would guess that everyone in this town is mostly human or halfling. So the Starry Knights already stand out with these very exotic races that are part of the group. They probably just figured you might be some elaborately dressed knight or something, because you already have furbogs and dwarves and just races that aren't usual to this part of the world. But in any case, what were you saying, Grinkle, with your 25? Because I think you're the only one that didn't speak.
I was saying that I think we should definitely work together. We want a piece of what's in that vault, I think, man. I think there's something good in there, and I think we could help you get in there, and then we could share it.
Since I will admit, I would rather have less to split with the vault. Oh, am I getting some background noise? I would rather have less to split when it comes to the vaults. However, you do seem to be extremely skilled and useful to the plan so far. This is alright. I guess going forward, instead of payment, the end of the road, I shall give you a split of the treasures within the Issyk Vault. Your group will have a share, and I will have a share, so 50-50. Is this
Sounds like a
acceptable?
good idea. Sounds
Yes.
like a good deal.
He says, not each member of your group as a whole will have a 50% split.
Yes.
Yeah, that I don't
It
think
would
that
be.
mathematically that works.
He nods.
Yes. So you're right.
Almost at him.
Excellent. He smiles and puts his hands out to shake your hand. Then we have an agreement.
Very
Shake.
good.
Who's
Very
shaking
good.
his hand?
Very good.
I'll shake his hand.
Rob takes his hand.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say he goes through and shakes everyone's hand. He would stop and look a little closer at Patchwork. He would say, "Are you a Warforged?"
Yes, I am.
Fascinating. Where
Have you seen a Warforged before?
Since I have read of your kind, I have never seen one in person. There are rumors of solitary Warforged who exist within the Empire, but I don't know. I haven't heard of more than a handful. Where do you come from? Your design is very unique looking. I don't recognize it.
Well, I wish I knew, but this is a long story. So in the last cycle, I was found within a ruin and reactivated by accident. And on my journey to learn more about myself, I was caught in the cataclysm and had to seek shelter in an underground bunker along with other people. Among them were a few wizards.
Truly incredible.
But I entered a stasis to pass the time, and it appears that my allies either left me behind or died, and this group found me and woke me up again.
This as well.
Since I don't really have a plan anymore, I figured I could follow them for now.
Understandable. Well, I am a historian of sorts, and if you have some time, I would love to spend a few hours speaking with you about your experience. I can only imagine the type of tales you have to tell of the old cycles and the empires long gone.
Well, to be fair, if I do not remember much, or I do not remember anything from before I was awoken in the last cycle, which means that I am, in theory, only a few months old.
I see. Well, any information, even from the Therian Empire, I would love to find out. I know you'll be...
I would also...
Go ahead.
I would also like to have a conversation with you if you have knowledge about Warforged. I was initially traveling to find out more about my kind because I was lacking my memories.
This is well the purpose, or not the purpose, the Warforged exist in different cycles for different purposes. Some they are free, some they are slaves. I know many of the Warforged during the last cycle were enslaved by the Therian Empire, used as workers and very adept smiths at times, but I would be happy to speak with you more. Just let me know when you have some time. Perhaps we can exchange some stories. It's good to meet you. Sorry, what did you say your name was?
Oh, my name is Patchwork.
Yeah, well, again, well met.
That is what I was named. Yes. I think we can learn from each other.
And there could be wizards. If you have time later in your career, the Phoenix Guild might be able to unlock secrets of your mind. I know they have magics that can sometimes reveal sealed memories. So
that is...
Yeah.
Since I have not heard of them, they must be a new development. That is very helpful. Thank you.
Of course. All right. Well, yes. Let me know what you decide, and I will support whatever route you take. Good luck to you. He says, kind of the group as a whole.
Thanks.
Sounds like a
Before
plan.
we leave, I wanted to ask you for a favor. we have a lot of stuff that we accrued during our adventuring, and can you help us sell it?
So funny. I was just thinking about that too.
He says, "What
Think
sort
about
of
throwing it into the contract. Like,
what sort of
Yeah,
stuff?"
we just we have
well, we got this
we have
statue here. I pull out this big statue in his office. We got this thing, and then we throw a bunch of crap on the table.
He says,
yeah we
"Well,
have a lot
Coins. You
of
buy these coins
gems.
from us.
We have old silver coins. We have like
You buy
onyxes,
these?
diamonds,
Dump all those
like
coins
a
on the
lot of
table.
stuff, and
You have diamonds?
You buy this? We
I-
have diamonds.
he says, "Well, I'd be."
Yeah.
If you have diamonds, I could use them for revival spells.
Oh, we have one. Here, take it. Put it in your inventory then.
How do you know how much?
but I think it's a small one.
50
We
gold.
have two small ones, each worth 50 gold.
Okay, I cannot use them then. I would need
Yeah,
one. Sorry.
we would love. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
My apologies.
He
You buy all this stuff from
says,
us, please.
I can buy
You know, we
the art objects from you, some of them. He says the only thing. Hang on a sec. I'm not
If
really.
they have like old coins, would I recognize them?
If they have some old world coins, you might recognize them as being Tharian. But
they're just world coins to you.
Yeah, they. To be honest, the money you have given me, I do not know how much it is, but I recognize these coins.
Oh well.
Those are.
Blackwater gave you normal
what-
currency. He didn't give you old world coins.
Yeah, but
No, we
but
have
Patchwork doesn't
old
know
war
the normal
coins on
currency.
our loot.
She knows the old.
Oh,
She
okay.
knows the old coins, but she doesn't know
Yeah.
the new ones.
Gotcha. So he says you could try to sell some of your gems to the jeweler in town. I don't know how much he'll be able to pay, as the economy is still recovering. There is a caravan scheduled to come in on the 21st. If you wait till then, you might be able to get better prices.
Okay.
Oh, I do have something to return to you, and I hand over the masterwork longsword that was in a box bound for him.
Kind of looks at you strangely and says, "Where'd you get this?"
It was in one of the orc camps. It had one of your symbols on the case. I believe it was looted from a caravan.
So you're kind of implying you weren't using it, right? Or you
I
just
haven't
don't
been
say
using
that?
it.
Oh, that's okay. So this is just something you would never return to him. Did anyone use this? Or
Yeah,
did
well,
you...
no. I just kind of picked it up and I've just had it.
He says, well, this will be useful for one of my mercenaries. Yes, I had several several weapons specially made for the coming journey. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll say that gets you a level of faction with Blackwater. Or level of renowned.
Nice.
So you are... I think you're at... Yeah, you'd probably be at a... I guess 2 indifferent still.
Nice. Yeah, so let's get out of here.
Did we manage to sell anything to him?
So
statue.
if you want to sell things to him, he will buy art objects off of you at 75% their value. If you have art.
Yeah, I think we
objects.
might as well wait for a caravan. Let's wait for a caravan. He's a stingy
75%?
motherfucker.
That's not bad. It turns something that's useless to us into gold.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to get 100% for an art object unless you specifically find like someone who really wants it. Like some of the stuff he wants, but yeah, it's not a bad offer.
Think we sell it,
Let's
Rob.
let's do it. Let's do it this way. Let us, because those things are also like they weigh more. So let's take. We have our art objects. We have for 245. 245 times it by 0.7. 200.
0.75, yeah.
0.75? 75%?
Yeah, 75%
Okay,
he's willing to pay for art
let
objects.
me do that. So it will be 183 divided by 6. It will be like 30 gold each.
And you can put
And
remainders
I'll
in
just
the
yeah,
camp or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do that. Let me take
Which
care of it.
items, Rob?
Basically those I've made them gold. That's what I
Yeah.
sell. And also in our camp we have a couple of rugs and
Oh, we have stuff in our
paintings
camp.
from old times. Yes, I'll remove
Okay.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Let's.
Anything
Yeah,
marked
let's
as
just sell all that
that I
stuff.
marked as an art object, he would buy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sell.
I'll remove
30 gold
this.
each, everyone. Here,
30 gold
patchwork. Here's some more money. Okay, you're gonna.
I really
Shock's like, no, it's fine. You
Here's
don't have
some
to
more.
give me any money. It's fine.
We like you. Here's some more money.
Wait, how much each?
Giving this random person who
don't
just
even-
joined all this
30.
money, that's cool.
Here's
That's cool.
30.
30.
Yeah, here's 30
We
more
invest in
gold.
people here.
30.
Sorry, how much? I didn't hear that.
30.
30. 30.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's probably more coming in a few minutes.
Again, it's perfectly
ju-
fine. I
just
don't
one
need any
question.
payment.
Probably
Just-
gonna get you some more soon.
Just one question. How much money is this? Like, how much is it worth? I do not know this currency.
Guys, I think
Gold is gold.
maybe Shock should get a bonus.
No,
Oh, no,
this
it's
person
fine,
we
it's
just
fine.
met needs all our money.
Can I insight Shock?
This
please?
random
Hey, what, Shock? Who?
Warforged who's like, what is money?
Who?
All right, and she just like takes it.
Shock.
Who's
I mean,
Shock?
she literally does not know how much it is.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure, like, according to Kaladin's knowledge, like, he would have just slowly died of that disease, right? So
Yeah, well,
she did save my life.
Yeah, she definitely helped you out. I mean, you might have recovered, but it was risky.
Can I insight Shock?
I really don't.
No, I
need
was
this
more.
much
I was more
money.
just saying it as a joke. Shock isn't actually getting upset. It was just
Okay.
funny that
Nice
like
one.
you're getting all this money. And it's like here, random person we just met yesterday, have a bunch of gold, or like a week ago.
And she's
Patchwork.
just
Patchwork.
standing there with all that money in her hands, and she looks very helpless, like very lost.
Patchwork. Consider it let's put it the other way. It's not money we give you for anything. We want you to buy stuff to be more useful in our future then.
Yes.
Would it be easier for you if we phrase it this way? Like, this is your package to become a Starry Knight and to get equipped and get something for yourself so you're more useful for us in our adventures.
I
Okay,
just
sure,
don't know
Kira.
what to do with this. I don't think I've ever had this much money.
Shock says, "Well, once the caravan comes into town, there should be a lot more for sale. That's probably when you'll
You've
be able
earned
to
it.
get good supplies."
Oh wait, no, I could buy a diamond. I could buy a diamond. Then I could.
Yeah,
If
There you go.
if one of you falls in battle, and if I reach you in time, I can bring you back.
that's good.
So
Okay,
the group is
I can do that.
Blackwater. I'll say will take his leave for now, but tell you to come see him if you need anything or wish to talk about the plan. And after that,
Good.
you're just sort of standing in the main hall. There's a bunch of other mercenaries there, but they're all busy with various things. So what does the group want to do after splitting up
so
this
guys,
money?
what?
Can I go to the marketplace? I need to buy some simple tools.
Yeah, if you so you're kind
Well,
of
we're
just... Here, go ahead.
you just taking up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say let's just we can split up or whatever, but what do we? We're gonna.
I imagine we need to see the mayor, and then whilst that's happening, I imagine a shirtless man will find us. And then it begins.
If there's another shirtless man, I want to beat him in a fight.
Well, you've seen the shirtless
Yeah,
man.
probably.
Can you take the other shirtless man in a fight?
Absolutely.
In
Shirts versus skins. Kaladin actually betrays you guys to join Neil. He's on the skins team.
Third
Uh-huh.
top two.
When's
Yeah.
that
Wait,
caravan
what's
come?
wrong with
In
this
a
guy?
day?
Why don't you like him?
He seems like a fun guy.
Why don't you
Caravan
like him?
comes in a day
It,
The caravan is going to be
or 2
here
days?
in the 21st, so 3 days from now. I put it on the calendar as an event.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Guys,
so we got some
can I
shopping to do.
guys
Talk to the
can I have
mayor.
you for a second?
Yeah.
I have to leave, guys, because the place where I'm sitting here is closing, so I have to get. So I think
All good.
I'll be on my way. So guys,
Alright.
see you next time. See you next week.
Really
Have to
quick,
go.
whisper me your MVP vote into
Yes.
Discord.
I'll do that.
Alright,
Thank you.
great, thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey, Rob.
Alright,
Yeah, so we
uh,
gotta do some shopping. We gotta talk to the mayor, and then kind of regroup and maybe start going underground, right? To
yeah.
figure
But
this underground. That's
I-
kind of our game plan.
is that the route we're
What do you-
taking? Carter says we're going to ambush these thieves in the tunnels below.
Sounds like it.
Well, if I can make a suggestion, as Blackwater said, we might want to speak with this Sith roll and maybe try to convince her that we're not a threat. This way, there won't be any, or there'll be less suspicion on us. It is like better than just not saying anything when she knows we're supposed to meet.
It would be easier to persuade someone who you didn't just attack.
Yeah. Whereas, if we don't say anything and their people start disappearing, she might assume we're behind it. Especially with what we
But,
just did.
But
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the side with what Rob said. Well, I know he's here in the game. That he doesn't want to betray people. So, hey, we're cool, and then go underground and backstab them.
if
Well,
If
that's
we-
exactly what we did to the Iron Tide.
It's true. I respect that wanting directness, Carter says. I can't say I'm a fan of these politics and not persuasion.
Trickery.
Yeah, it's trickery. But what's the
Diplomacy, I
skill
don't know.
name?
Deception.
Deception. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the trickery and deception. But again, when lives are
Deceit.
at stake, sometimes sometimes it's good to do what is most likely to win us the day rather than what could get people killed.
Yeah. I don't have any moral qualms over trying to talk before we decide to go full on, war on them. I mean, there's a chance that they might cooperate.
Oh, I
You're
think-
just saying we should attack them first without talking. I feel like that's more unreasonable than.
I'll give them the
If
same
you
chance I
want
gave
to-
the Iron
If you want to try talking, then do the talking first and then the attacking.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, that's what I'm.
If you
that's
want to
exactly
go
what I'm saying.
and just talk about how we're gonna kill you if you don't give us what we want.
I mean, if
Okay.
anything, at least that way,
I don't
we'll
know
have
if
at least talk.
it's not the most diplomatic way to put it. Shock says. Maybe Grinkle can figure out how he'd word a possible alliance or possible request for them to work with Blackwater. But if we do it that way, we will be giving up the element of surprise, because then she'll know we're working with Blackwater.
Sure.
I think we
I'd
should
say
go
it's
see
worth
them, and then we'll let
Yeah.
Neil find us.
Talk to him first. That's my vote.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say, Nil?
I said I think we should. The mayor wants to see us. We go talk to them, and when that happens, I'm guessing Neil will find us.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Cal Rude, anything from you?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Alright, so you're just kind of going along
Excuse
for now.
me.
Yeah.
Who is Neil? Not Neil, but Neil?
Neil. Okay. Imagine Kaladin, but I think he's slightly taller with bigger muscles. He's a. What I'm guessing is the second in command of the Bloodhound.
I mean, listen, that may be true, but as my captain always used to say, it's not the size of the sword, but the sharpness of the blade. If you know what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
You and your captain would talk about the size of the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it gets on the ship, man.
Yep. Hey,
Carter
man.
laughs. Shock says, "All right. Well, in any case, so are we going to speak with Cithril then? Are we
Yeah.
doing that
Yes.
after we speak to the
Well-
mayor?
But we don't know where Cithril is, so we need an escort, and I'm hoping it turns up while we talk to the mayor.
All right. So the
Keep your
group-
eyes out for shirtless men.
Watch out for shirtless people. All right. All right.
Yeah,
So the
I'll-
group
I'll keep watch.
is heading over to the town barracks. As you're going through the market, did you say you wanted to buy stuff? The group, I mean, or any of you? Because I think
Yes, I
Calcium
just
is-
need to.
Uh,
I just need
Kaladin
to buy
said that.
some. I have proficiency in navigator's tools, but I don't actually have the tools. So I-
those would probably not be available. You'd
Oh,
have to wait for the caravan to have a chance. But if
Okay,
you
that's
have
fine.
any
Could-
normal supplies you want to buy, like book supplies that aren't tools, you can buy them for book price here.
Do they sell herbalism kits?
That's a good question. They might actually. So as you're asking around, one of the people will point you towards an old man who has a shop kind of in the north part of the market. He is a curious looking fellow wearing look like robes with arcane symbols on them. Looks like he has some potions and herbs for sale. As you approach, he says, "Oh, a warforged in Char. How intriguing. Greetings, my friend. I am Doru Swiftmend. What can I do for you?"
Hello, I am Patchwork. I am looking for an herbalism kit.
"Ah.
I lost mine a while ago.
Well, you've come to the right place. I am a herbalist and potion crafter, and I have several herbalism kits I could sell you. Oh,
that
wait,
would be great.
you are the Starry Knights, aren't you?
That's right.
Um,
This is interesting.
I am currently traveling with them. Yes,
So
I am
I've
a new addition, you could say.
I've heard of your exploits, and I know that you're responsible for saving many lives of the town. Why don't I give you a nice discount on your herbalist kit? They'll sell it to you for 50% book cost.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
This is also, if you have a need for some healing potions, I will sell them to you at cost rather than at profit. I assume you encounter quite a bit of danger out there, and I have a few extra I could sell. So he's willing to sell you, he has up to 8 he can offer right now, and he'd sell them each for 25 gold if you want to buy them.
You know what's funny is usually danger encounters that.
I'm sure it does, young one. Does anyone want to buy the healing potions?
How much?
Like I said, 25 gold each. Usually they'd be
Ah.
50 gold. He's
How
selling-
many?
How much?
He has 8 of them ready that he could sell right now.
That would be
200.
200. I'll buy them. I say it's worth it.
He says, yes, 200 gold pieces for the lot of them.
For 8 potions. I mean, that's a great deal, right?
Alright, so usually they'd be twice that. So you pass him the 200 gold and he'll give you the 8 healing potions. He says,
That's
use
awesome.
them well. So are you splitting
How
them
much
up or are you
would
just taking
be-
them
How
all?
much?
I'll take. We have 6 people here.
Yes.
I cannot drink. Potions have no effect on me.
But you can give them
I'll-
to people.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Yes, but I
Are-
also I have 1 at the moment.
I already have 2, but I'll take another 2. So that leaves 6. I guess we won't give any to Robert right now since he can't record it on his sheet. Great.
Doesn't need them.
Well, he it would be nice for him to be able to have them, but
Okay,
Cal, you can take.
I mean,
I would
is
like
it
to have
worth?
one, so I can give them to people in a case of emergency.
Okay, so that leaves 5.
If our background characters are fighting in the background, does them having healing potions like improve how they do? Like if we equip them better?
Only if you're gonna be using them, they can use them. But in the background, it doesn't really do much. So you should probably give them
Take
to
one,
people who are
Cal.
playing.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll take one, Kaladin. Sprinkle.
Just one.
Yeah, where I have 3 now.
Okay, so there's 4 left. So then Nil take 2, and then Calrune take 2. These are just normal healing potions, so make sure to write them down as just normal healing potion.
He says, I
How
could
much?
also.
How much is the herbalism kit? Sorry,
50% book
Did you-
price.
how much is that?
I would have to look it up, but if you search,
I'll look it up.
yeah, I think if you go in the compendium, you can look up the prices for that sort of thing if you don't have a player's handbook. Because yeah, I don't know off the top of my head the values.
It's 5 GP.
Okay, so it'd be like 2 and 5 silver. He says, I also do have the ability of alchemy as well as herbalism. So if any of you have some ingredients and would like something made, I could try to brew you up a potion in the future. I would just need the ingredients and recipe.
We do have some recipes, don't we?
Yeah.
He says,
I am also
myself.
proficient in.
Or go ahead.
I am also proficient in alchemy.
He says, well, maybe she can brew them up for you, and he laughs. But I'm here as a secondary choice, if you wish. I would love to help the group however I can. You've done a lot for this town. I've been meaning
Potion
to
of growth
look
and
for
potion of greater healing recipes.
He says, I am familiar with the greater healing recipe. If you have the ingredients, I could brew one up. It would just take, these usually take about a week of brewing for the graders.
How about the potion of growth?
I think that also is uncommon, so I think that takes about a week. Let me see.
And as far as the ingredients, can we just pay you the price of the ingredients and you could gather them?
Says, unfortunately, not all the ingredients I need are nearby the town. I would need the components. Nature components or rare herbs would help. Those are the things I need.
I could help you look for them. I have some experience with herbs.
Sorry, I'm just looking at something. Potion of growth is uncommon. So that would, so it'd be 7 days, and I would need 200 maho of rare herbs or nature components. Same thing with
We have
potion of greater healing.
Where's that stored? Is it Rob that has them usually? You know?
Yes, Rob definitely does on his person.
He says, well, you don't have to give them to me now. I just wanted to offer it in the future if you wish to provide. I can craft for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think we will definitely in the future make use of that. I'm glad that I could help support your business as well.
I'm always happy to help out the town where I can, and you all seem very helpful to the town. Now, Cal, give me an Arcana check. You might notice something about these symbols. I'll say Arcana or History. And if you have both, I think you do have both, so I'll give you advantage on this check. Calrune.
An Arcana check.
Yeah, Arcana or History, and you'd have advantage, because I think you do have both of those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the markings on his vestments and his necklace identify him as a master and a teacher, or possibly a former teacher of the Phoenix Guild, the major wizards guild / university of the Teruvian Empire. So he, at some point, worked with a very powerful wizards guild. Seems a little strange. He's just kind of in Char now in this backwater town.
I have one more question. You recognize me as a Warforged. Have you met others of my kind before?
So I've seen a few over the years. Not many for sure. I could count on one hand the number I've met, but yes, I've met a few. Why do you ask?
I am looking for my origin, my history. I do not know how I came to be, but I am very, very old. As far as I know, I am older than the Therian Empire, but I have no memories of a time before.
Many
So
Warforged
I'm
are.
looking for answers.
Your people are often from bygone eras, crafted at a time when, or brought to life at a time when such techniques were known. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's much I can do to help you with this quest of yours. I would suggest libraries or possibly wizards of renown might have answers for you, but my specialty doesn't overlap much with soul crafting or the creation of Warforged. Still, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I suppose I'm just looking for any leads I can find, but I am also not very well studied.
Of course.
It has been difficult to find anything after all this time.
All right. Is anyone else saying anything?
No.
So
Did we
Calroon,
get
you
his
kind of just
names?
keep this to yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we get his name? Sorry for the note.
Yes. Well, I think he.
Doru Swiftman.
Yeah, he introduced himself as Doru Swiftmend.
Yeah.
Potions. Well, he didn't say professor, but master of potions and brewing.
Yeah, designated him as potion master in the note.
Severus Snape.
Yeah.
He's much nicer though.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Yeah, he's. Okay, no, I'm not going to say that.
All right. So, what do you all wish to do?
Go to the mayor.
I think continue
Continue
over
on?
to the mayor.
All right.
Yeah.
So you get to the town hall. Several of the guards there will recognize you, giving you entry. And you go and see the
Yeah, we're here.
mayor. So you go to her office. You're caught a little bit off guard as a very young woman greets you. She says, finally, I've heard so much about you, yet we never formally met. My name is Kala Asher, or Mayor Asher, and I first want to thank you for all the help you've given my town. I've
no
heard
problem.
of your deeds.
Well, hello. Thank you for letting us in.
She laughs. She says, of course. Char is open to anyone who is a friend to the Empire, and you certainly have proven yourselves to be friends to the Empire and to the town. I've heard of your attack on the Iron Tide. The guards have told me of
Yes.
you driving them away and, helping farmers.
Of course.
And Old MacDonald spoke very highly of you.
Oh yeah, we've been to his farm.
Yes, I've heard nothing but good things. In fact, now
Well,
that go ahead.
I was gonna say we've been doing more good things. It's all been good. We're back and we're here to help.
He says, well,
We heard you were asking for us.
yes, I wanted to make sure you were properly rewarded for all of your service.
Oh,
Unfortunately, the town is extremely poor right now, so gold is not really on the table. However, I do have something that I'm hoping is of interest to you. In the southern area of the town, there's a large patch of land that we've been looking to have someone build housing on. And, since you've done so much for us and we don't have money to pay you, I was thinking I could give you the land, and maybe you all, as I assume, are a prestigious mercenary group. Maybe you'd want to build a guild or something here, a guild hall.
Oh, that's
That
very
would be wonderful.
generous of you. We'll have to accept.
She smiles and says, "Excellent. I'm glad you are interested. I'd feel very sad if you didn't want it and I didn't have the gold to pay you. So here's the deed," and she
yes.
hands you the the deed for the land. She says,
Patchwork, look.
Yeah.
Now you got a home too.
Oh, Patchwork.
That is
She
something.
just hands the deed.
Look,
over
there you
straight
go.
away.
Look,
Here, hold on to the
Patchwork,
deed
you're a
first.
landowner now.
Patch.
And she's
Patch,
like,
you mind
"That's
holding on
fine.
to
That's
the-
fine. No, I don't want payment."
You hold on to the
Fine.
deed first, Patch. Thanks. Here,
Well, I think Shock should probably hold it, right?
you hold the
Shock is
deed.
like, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, this is cool. This is great. I'm so happy right now.
Sorry.
This
Yeah,
is when we get
but
stabbed in the back by Shock. And...
Yeah, he just comes
Yeah.
off screen. There's his dagger in the back. Ugh.
Yeah, with the Patrick is just kind of overwhelmed with all of this.
But she says there aren't too many engineers or architects in town right now, but there will be a caravan coming through soon, thanks to you clearing up the roads and the bandits being gone. So perhaps one of them could be hired on as a contractor to build you all a lovely guild hall here.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with the contractors. But yeah.
Inside joke.
I'll cry. Grinkle cries.
Cries a little, just a single tear. Yeah, we might have to talk about that next time because we are at time. So
Yes.
why don't we do MVP votes? Oh, Robert sent it to me in the chat. Okay. Give me the MVP whispers, and we'll pick up the story next time. Lots of RP.
My issue is that I cannot tell your voices apart yet. So
Yeah,
I don't know who
takes
said
time.
what.
I can just put Grinkle for now if it's really too much.
Alright.
Well,
Just so you don't really have to if you don't want to think about it too much.
Yeah, just it's an easy name.
you should
to
you should put
so-
Shock.
Easy
Poor guy
name,
just can't
don't
cut
worry,
a break.
you don't have to think about it. It just rolls off the tongue.
That's very funny.
Listen, I mean, Shock is cool and all, but yeah,
Well,
he's no
I was
Carter.
already thinking about it because, as far as I can tell, he's the persuasive guy.
Very.
Grinkle,
yes.
yeah.
Without
he's,
And
without Grinkle, we would be lost in all social interaction.
he's the face.
Here I am.
Well, Grinkle with 4 votes, you're the MVP.
Hey.
Congrats. Your
Team
campaign
role
paid off.
episode.
Apparently.
Exactly. Congratulations.
The most persuasive thing Calden can do is punch someone in the face.
True.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
All right. I'll see you guys next week. Good game.
See ya.
Yeah, I'll taking some notes, but I'll be here for a bit. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a question. We've got a recipe for a sentinel shield. What do I need to make that?
Sentinel
magic
Shield,
items.
it would depend on I think it's an uncommon. I'd
Yeah.
have to take a look. I know, I want to say it's about 200 worth of components, I believe 200 worth
Shield.
of essence. That has to be, I want to say level 4 or higher essence. And
Okay.
2 weeks, I think, or 14 days of downtime.
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
have...
that's what
We'll go.
Yeah, if you have someone in the camp who can do that sort of thing, you can have the camp work on it if you don't want to do it.
Yeah. I was gonna do that because instead of getting my shield thing, I was thinking more if I just make it and then the star thing I want just comes into it at some point.
Yeah, I
Instead of
think,
getting a whole shield.
actually, what's her face? Melody, I think, has, not Arcana, but Religion she can enchant things with. So you could ask her to work on it.
I have religion.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
gonna you'd have to use downtime. The camp will just kind of work on it.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
once
get
we
it.
do.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
I-
Yeah,
instead
no,
of
you'd be stacked after that.
instead of training, you could have them work on that for the 14 days. If you don't want them training.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah, so I'd like to make that if that's possible with essence from
Yeah.
Fine, then.
Otherwise, you just start a project, and you and whoever else could work on it for the 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because then I will have. I just need to kind of upgrade my armor from stripper armor to like actually having some good bonus. The only time I've come close to using it was when they used heat metal on me to take it off, but I don't know how much useful that would be.
Oh, speaking about heat metal, one time my old group encountered an enemy and they used heat metal on patchwork. That was fun.
Yeah, you can't take. Yeah, we were fighting demons just before you joined, and they were heat metaling us weird goat things. No, that
Yeah,
wasn't the goat things.
I think we fought those things too. But the problem is Patchwork is made of metal. She can't take her armor off, so she almost died.
Yeah, heat metal is nasty if you can't break the concentration.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Raven, that's the Patchwork having a rune on the forehead. Like at the beginning when I designed her, that I didn't really have a reason for why she had that, like why it was the dwarven symbol for protection, but I had an idea just now. It was because I don't know whoever said that Warforged were kind of like enslaved in the Aryan Empire. Maybe like her dwarven friends put that rune on her forehead to help her like fit in and travel like. So
I mean,
people
you can
wouldn't
add it
notice,
to your.
like she's her own person.
You can add it to your backstory information. I'm not really keeping
Yeah.
detailed stuff on any of the characters, or you can put it in the story ideas if you wanted to evolve into something later. But that would be more.
It's best to help her blend in so that people wouldn't be like suspicious of her, like.
Yeah.
No.
I'd say that kind of thing you might just want to add to your backstory notes, just so you can.
Yeah,
have it there.
I was just asking if that fits the Therian Empire. If that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have detailed stuff on the Therian Empire. I have just ideas, so I'm happy to work with it. That's fine.
Yeah, because to me it seems like those Warforged were more like servants who had like a specific role.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Warforged go, the Therians did create some, but they mostly used them as slavery, or as slave labor. Slavery. So they, you could have that have to have something to do. Although she wasn't actually created during the Therian time, so yeah, like you said, it might have been added later for some reason.
To travel unrecognized and unbothered, like to pretend like she had some kind of designation. Yeah. Well, anyway, I need to go to sleep because I need to continue studying tomorrow and I need sleep.
Alright, well, have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Bye.
You guys.
Yeah. Let's keep the scroll running off. Haven't had a chance to sell it yet. Cool. I will see you next week then.
Yeah, see
I
you
don't
then.
know when daylight service goes back for us, so it's either next week or the week after. So I might have to rush again, but
Well, hopefully you don't.
yeah.